Why did you do 0?
Because we're live, dickhead. I'm not Paul Farrelly. It's Friday night. It's 8:02. It's Transformers the show.
There's a magical place, we're on our way there, with toys in the millions all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us. Soon after bedtime, when dark night time falls, Jeffrey and Helper stock up all the shelves. From ceiling to floor, books, board games and bikes, teddies, puppets and dolls, beds, spaceships and trikes. There's millions, says Jeffrey, all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us, Toys R Us, Toys R Us.
Absolutely adore that theme tune. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's Transformers the Show, episode 219. It's as much a surprise to us as it is to you guys that we're still going. Paul isn't able to make it this week. He's away with the family, which sadly means two downsides. One, I'm your host, and two, Alexis doesn't have his regular handler. So strap in. Good luck. Let's see if we can break the internet. Tonight we've got the usual pickups. Our foreplay is Fave Bots from 1989, and our great discussion is comic book characters that haven't had a toy or need a toy upgrade. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Rohan. Rohan, welcome.
Returns.
Who is this guy? He hasn't been seen. He hasn't been seen in months. But I reckon, chaps, if you're all in agreement, let's kick off with the news.
Once Rohan does one of those buttons undone, a wee bit, just one more button.
Just for you, David.
Contain the
Oh, as long as he doesn't sing.
I talk some TV, and now the news. Don't touch that dial.
Yeah, I should probably do that. Right, yeah. So news. So the big news, I suppose, of the week was Robosen Megatron, and I think everybody will have seen this by now. I'd be amazed if people haven't. I mean, there was a lot of people commenting about like their feeds were just full of this. So Robosen Megatron has finally been officially unveiled and is available to pre-order. I can't remember because I hadn't actually looked at the pre-order how much it cost. Jamie, do you know off the top of your head?
It's about 849 or something like that. It's
less than I expected.
It's the cheap pre-order, window, then it'll go back up to its normal price. But they tend to do. It'll be about like 1,099 or something like that.
100, yeah.
Yeah, so I would definitely go and get it if you want to get it. There's two excellent reviews out just now. One from Prime versus Prime, which is superb, and another superb review from Sixel. So watch them both and you get a good understanding. And thanks to the two excellent reviews from these guys, I definitely don't want this guy.
Yeah,
just that good.
It really has the look of the Combiner Wars one. That's the weird. I mean, they must have taken the design when they started doing this from the Combiner Wars one because it's so reminiscent of it. It's ridiculous.
But it really did help me, those two reviews, because they were superb. I do love the Megatron, but it did make me decide it's not for me.
What were you going to say, Alexis?
I was going to say, so the really interesting thing is like the popularity thing is just like splurged across the internet, because you can order this. Previously, I think you could order through Robosen directly for the Prime and the Grimlock and stuff, and now you can order from like I've noticed like In Demand are doing this, like Omega, all the major Transformer like distributors now. Like if you've got your regular Transformer person where you buy your MP or your Hasbro, I mean, go check out. They've got this for sale now for $849.
I mean, they did that before with all the releases as well, Alexis. Just
did they?
So you know.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, I didn't see that then.
By the way, because I know Alexis will be wondering, and the question will come up. It's 21 inches when he's standing tall. 21 inches.
What are we talking about?
The
you know, Rohan. You know.
He's a bit taller than Alexis.
He's got legs like Prime. He's got legs like leader like Prime, right? The legs are skinny as fuck, right? Which is not Megatron, right? The torso's really good. Transformation's really good. The technology has come on leaps and bounds. If you look at the original Prime, which come along, and the Grimlock as well, you can see the evolution of this, right? And it almost makes Prime look obsolete.
Grimlock's still better. You do know that, don't you? Just before
Well,
you keep
yes.
talking.
Yes.
I've got a funny feeling you didn't watch the reviews. I'm just worried.
Oh no, I haven't. No, I haven't. I haven't seen the reviews. I haven't seen the
Look,
reviews.
look how happy it makes people. I mean, look at that. That's joy that you can't put a price on. I mean, obviously, Robosen have, but generally speaking, you can't.
And
of
that's
course,
the
voiced by
original
Frank
Optimus
Welker.
Prime, isn't
Yeah.
it? So that's why
Yeah.
it's the same size. But the current Optimus Prime, which is now for sale in the least, is much smaller than Megatron.
60 in his review did point out that, as far as he's aware, and I suppose he does have links now with Robosen, that they're not planning to do a smaller version at this time. But
Which
we will
means
see.
they will be doing. They will be
Exactly.
doing that.
Exactly.
Because
When they
that's
say
what we
that,
said.
we get one.
Which-
Anyway,
I'm waiting for the smaller Megatron.
It doesn't make sense, right? Because obviously Grimlock in his leader thing is smaller than Megatron now, which doesn't scale. So I don't care what fucking beholder you
I
belong
don't
to.
think you're necessarily
Doesn't
buying
make sense.
Robosen things for scales,
It's not
Alexis.
that
I
scale,
don't think that's the
yeah.
point, so
No.
I wouldn't worry about it. Anyway, we're moving on. So, missing link. This is the latest leak, so this is not confirmed yet, but obviously this has been shared by lots and lots of people and places. These are supposedly the next missing links, which is going to be Bumblebee. There we see Bumblebee. It looks like he's got, to me, even in that blurred image, it looks like he's got the toy head rather than toon.
Yeah.
But they might have a different version like they did with the Prime. And then we also have Cliff Jumper. Whether they'll be singular releases or a 2-pack, we wait to see. We even wait to see if this is even real. But I have a sneaky suspicion it might be.
I really hope
So-
so. It looks amazing, especially the fact that they can hold the guns and Cliff Jumper comes with his cannon. That's brilliant.
He does. Yeah.
It's interesting because the original third party, like when they tried to recreate these as masterpiece figures, tried to take on board the original toy aesthetic, and it looked very basic. So Takara come out and it knocks out the parks, right? It already has better articulation than the third parties were like. I mean, we're talking like 12 years ago, right? So, but the technology.
just
All
a
right,
monologue.
moving on, Alexis. This is you made the point. Moving on. Right, we've got to move on because there's tons of news. Otherwise, we'll be here and it'll be 9 o'clock before we finished. Hotshot. This is the Cybertron Hotshot that got leaked and then got revealed within the matter of about 24 hours. So somebody got hold of this. I forget who the photos came from, but there he is. This is Deluxe Cybertron Hotshot, which is going to be in the Legacy United line. And for fans of the Cybertron cartoons such as myself, this is excellent.
It looks spot on, doesn't it? Exactly the same as the original.
It's amazing how I mean, this was apparently designed specifically by Takara, so it's amazing how close they've got it to the original toy.
I mean, less obvious screws though and stuff. It's much better engineering.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But you expect that anyway. I mean, you'd be a bit annoyed. It gets a cyber key again. Cyber keys are back.
His almost looks
My
like
confid-
Boss Man from G2.
Yeah,
The
a little
colours.
bit.
Yeah.
My confidence in Takara has been slightly dented recently, so I'm still going
Don't
through
worry, Jamie.
emotional
Don't
support.
worry.
I'm
Still
sure
gonna buy
this will bring it back. It is deluxe size, but actually, when you see it in photos with some of the other bots, it scales with their Voyager Starscream that's just
That
recently
horror
come
still
out.
looks
which is
good.
quite good.
That horror still looks fucking good, doesn't it? That face sculpture
does.
is nothing but amazing.
Absolutely.
And then we go on to now these are again, I think, unconfirmed. These are rumors of what we might be getting. Apparently, it came from a Chinese retailer, and it's a translation. So anyway, you can see on there Deluxe Bruticus Swindle, although it says unable to combine.
I wouldn't
Not
believe
combined,
anything you see here, though.
No,
I mean-
well, we don't. This is it. This may not
I
be
mean,
true again. But we
It's
will
as
find out.
trustworthy as Alexis saying he bought around. Don't believe it.
If we'd have had the original though, because Jamie, you're part Chinese, you could have translated it live on air though, couldn't you?
Live translation.
That would have been fun.
Not even me. Line could have translated it live.
Anyway, we're getting a Cybertron Crasher, which says old retail. Deluxe
Yeah.
Alchemist Prime, Voyager Skybite, Rescue Bot Heatwave, which I think we do know that there was a Heatwave coming. We've seen that rumor before, and a Leader Centaur form Onyx Prime. So that could be interesting to see what that looks like. And then a collab Sonic, red one, a blue one. What's that Studio Series Perceptor with a back cassette and a ram horn? Not sure about that one. Target exclusive 2-pack, which is going to be a black repaint of a Conehead mold and a blue car, said to be one of the game characters from the old games. A Spinister and Twin Twist repaint in a 2-pack from Amazon, and an Iron Fist and a purple repaint of Weirdwolf in another 2-pack. And we all love the Amazon 2-packs, so they're always great. And also the SDCC exclusive Commander Jetfire plus Darak and Salila, who apparently are comic characters. I don't know them. I must have missed those comics. Anybody know who they are?
Are they from Void? Are they from Void the Rivals?
Maybe. Hearts of Steel, Bumblebee, or Optimus, but they're not sure who. And then some Walmart exclusives like Dark, Cybertron Starscream, Cybertron Sideways, and Cybertron Red Hotshot. Again, take it all with a grain of salt till we get some kind of confirmation.
That is a whole load of random there, right? Like all those like characters together.
That's legacy for you, isn't it?
But that's exactly. That's their MO, Alexis. This is what they're doing with legacy.
Welcome to legacy.
No, but that is like really random. It's like almost like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yes, it's really very random. Right. Anyway, then we've also had another reveal this week, and pre-orders are already up. So this is Cybertron Vector Prime. It's going to be in the Legacy United line. It's based off the Jaxus mold that we've already seen. I like it. I do think that the jet mode doesn't look as good as the original Toys one, which is disappointing. But I actually like the robot mode. I love the colors, and I love Vector Prime. I know I'm going to buy it, and I'm sure other people will as well. So that's available to pre-order now, wherever you enjoy pre-ordering your Transformers from.
Such a cool character. I'm glad they're making him again.
Exactly. I had that discussion with Chris McFeely at TFN, and we were both like, yes, we need a new Vector Prime. We're finally getting one, so that's great. Then we have this guy, which is Nucleus. Apparently a Rocklord type bot that's had a Nucleon, as they told us in the stream, that of course we all knew about yesterday. Moving on. And there he is.
Yeah.
I mean, the joke just now, isn't it, that Vector Prime will probably be re-released as a select with his Safeguard.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people disappointed that he doesn't come with Safeguard, his Minicon, and I get that. And we may get a special one, maybe in the different colors, because they have recolored him over the years, or at least the toy. So we may get something slightly different down the line that comes with it.
Was there
an
image on the box that I saw that had them all combined, all the 5 Rocklords?
Well, they're weaponizers, so they can be taken apart and they can be added to your bot. So that's Hotshot with the bits added to it. Armorizers, they're calling them now, aren't they?
It was the different colors that spotted out to me. I thought it was
so this character gives me a huge Armada Jetfire kind of vibe because of the face. Because yeah, exactly. Cylon, and then also the kind of weapon he's holding almost looks like the jets on the back of Armada Jetfire, and the legs as well.
Could I just interrupt there? Now, Alexis, did you see that? I just said the comment straight away. I went, Cylon.
What are you saying? I can't hear
Rohan,
you.
Can I just say something?
Jamie, you're muted, mate. You can't hear you.
Oops. Moving on.
I'm going to kick Pete.
It was at that moment the host got kicked.
You can't kick me. You're going to kick me.
Suddenly my mic's okay.
Oh, it's a miracle. What's a miracle? What's that? You want to finish your point before we move on, Jamie? Or
no, class is out of session.
Fair enough. All right. The other reveals that we're going to be getting a new Straxus figure, which does tie in with the discussion we're having later on. Cool. We are getting, is this Studio Series?
Well, to be honest, I should get all the credit because I actually made a post this week talking about, a certain comic book character which we don't have, and he's revealed in the space bridge.
Amazing. It's not like they've planned this for a couple of years. They literally just heard you.
No. I think you're wrong. That's why we're seeing a picture and not a finished prototype.
We're getting a leader Springer that apparently comes with a load of kind of different weapons, and I'm guessing some other bits and pieces to bring it up to leader price point. But apparently they confirmed it is Voyager sized. So we'll see how that works out. We are getting, is this a particular character? Is this like a Slipstream or something from the Bumblebee movie verse? It's got the colors anyway. And I can't remember off the top of my head.
Skywarp, yeah.
Skywarp, sorry. It's not enough black on that for the Skywarp. Come on, do better, guys, with the paint. And then the other thing we're getting is a wonderful, who doesn't love a Decepticon Trooper from War for Cybertron? Nice. Or as I think that Mark called it in the stream, generic. And then they go, no, generic. We can't use that. Anyway, there he is. So we're getting that.
What's he called? Eric.
Gen Eric. That's his name.
That'd be funny if they actually called it that.
Yeah. Oh, and of course, Steeljaw.
Yeah,
so,
awesome.
I saw quite a few people pleased about that.
And Studio Series 86 Steeljaw as well, so there's a hope it could actually be good.
which means
And
we
also
might get Ramhorn as
Ravage
well.
repeat. Yeah,
Mm.
because do you know what
Well,
I
Ramhorn
think they
was in
should do?
the-
I think they should do a masterpiece Ravage and give us that, because they can do it. It wouldn't cost them that much. Obviously not have the masterpiece finish, but the size like they've done for the stupid G.I. Joe crossover, but just give us it black and it would be awesome. Best Ravage ever.
I'll have to get you one, Jamie. I'll get you the MMC version. That's a really good version of it. I'll get you one day.
That's fucking huge. It's pointless.
Anyway, moving on. Comic book versions.
Plow on.
Shockwave and Grimlock. We have seen photos of these before. We've had more
They look good.
photos.
They look good.
They do look good.
Did they face down? Did they face down in the comics as well?
Did they
These
want
two
In your
specifically.
They
dreams.
face off, do you mean?
face off,
Yeah.
not face
Yes,
down.
they did.
Face
Yes,
down.
they
is
did.
Face
very
down is when
different.
they go to sleep,
Yes,
right?
yes, they did. There was that one. That was the one. The title.
Is that what you say?
Just look
Face
at Pete's
down.
shirt.
Face down.
No, there was. They had a face off, didn't they? When they battled for leadership.
Yes, they
I
had a
don't know how
face
you
off.
do it, Paul. I don't know how you
This is-
do it. I can't
This is what
control it.
Alexis does in the village. So they're having a
Absolutely.
face off, they go face down or face down.
No one's done photograph. They've done the
First one to choke.
They haven't done one where
Loses.
it's biting
Enough,
his arm, it's shooting
enough.
in the air.
Enough. Andy, play on.
Yeah.
Play on. Yeah. Anyway, what's going on with
Free
Jess's
kick.
wheel? It's a bit
That's weird, isn't
wonky.
it?
Anyway, yeah. So you got this. We've got the Shockwave, which is the
Really?
Siege one, recolored, and then there's the head. A lot of people excited about the head. I think people want to know if they can actually put it on an Optimus Prime figure. Be interesting to see if we can. There's the submarine mode.
That is right. Tom.
And he does look very good. It's still, yeah. I mean, lots of people will be buying this. JB, I know you pre-ordered. It just doesn't convince me to spend another like 50 quid on a toy I've already got. It just, yeah, I just don't feel the need. But it looks lovely, and for those who are buying it, you'll be very happy, especially if you haven't got this mold of Shockwave in particular.
I've only got 2 molds of this. I've got 3 molds of the Shockwave actually. I've got there was it Microman, Spaceman, whatever he was called.
So you don't need this now.
And I've also got the obviously the Siege one that came out, and obviously I've got the Takara one, the only figure which was awesome in my box set.
Exciting. Anyway, moving on.
I
Right,
think Takara's
the
lost
first
its
one.
magic.
And yet we're going on about it. That's just Transformer 1 figures. I'm sure we showed the actual figures last week. There's the boxes. That's the packaging. That's what it looks like. Lovely. You can pre-order Transformers Armada Optimus Prime again. And I can hear somebody echoing. Yeah, you can pre-order this. For those who missed out or who decided to wait because they were hoping it would come down in price and it didn't necessarily come down as much as they wanted. But it's coming up again. It has been sold out in a lot of places. So good news if you didn't get it. We have a DNA upgrade for the animated Optimus Prime, which actually does make it look really good. Personal opinion, but I think it looks freaking awesome with that upgrade kit on. So if you've got this figure, I would recommend buying this upgrade kit. Although it's probably
super mode, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that looks
Very
awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, you can use it in both modes as well, which adds to the kind of, I suppose, the value of it a little bit.
Is that his hammer or is that Ultra Magnus's hammer?
Magnus's.
It's Magnus's, but if you've watched
yeah.
the cartoon series, you know what happens to Magnus, and that eventually.
No, I don't. So,
What?
sorry,
It's only from 2009. Don't worry, we're not giving any
right, no
spoilers.
spoilers. No spoilers. Right, no.
You've got your glasses on now, haven't you? So you can see it.
15 years I'll go. Jesus.
Anyway, it does look really good. The only thing I would have liked is, and I'm not sure if it comes in the set. I don't think you can see it on the photo. Is a faceplate. You know, like have a battle
cool,
mask for it, because I think that would.
Look
Come
at
out
that. He's been to the gym. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. This is Pete after a workout. Prime.
That's it.
Not Peter.
Pete, is it
Pete
Peter
Ritter.
Prime? Peter Prime, Ultra Peter Prime.
I think you'll find it's Optimus Pete. But anyway, move on.
Only tonight, son. You'll be handing that Matrix back. Especially after tonight, you'll want to. Learn the lesson. Anyway, there you go. So there's the upgrade kit. And it looks really nice. And you can have him in his fire truck mode. All very good. This came out. This is from that hobby, whatever it's called, magazine in Japan. There's some scans of
E-Hobby.
Power Master. That's the one, I think, maybe. There's some
Hobby.
photos of the Optimus Prime, but the thing I suppose
Red
most
Eyes.
people
Red
took
Eyes.
an interest in was the scale, because there's a photo of him next to the original shell, at least the trailer.
Nice.
So you get an idea of the size there. And if you wanted to see with the head sculpt, you seem to have the two different face plates there that they've got, so it looks a bit different. Anyway, just something you can have a look at.
Pete, can you quickly measure the original Prime? Because you've got a tape measure, haven't you? So you can't.
Or
you can't do it.
We can get on with the news, right?
Yeah. You know what?
Shall we do third party?
I think that's a great idea, Andy. Let's play the third party.
Play the intro. Play the intro.
Original one's 8.
Battle tank!
Battle this.
It's heavy metal cruncher time as Optimus Prime goes toe-to-toe with Combat Megatron. Prime is one tough dude underneath his hood. He's a transformer missile fun phenomenon. Combat Megatron is combat armed. His mighty mega missiles are slamming. He can mad out more for use mega force, but Combat Optimus is still standing.
Wait, I got an idea for my next intro. No.
Great. I'm only joking. It's not great. No, I'm sorry. Moving on. So, Jizai Toys with a squeeze play. And there was a lot of confusion about this, Alexis, about whether you can actually buy these or they're the designs and they send you the thing to print out yourself.
I thought so my understanding was it was 3D printed. I thought they were. Someone tells me then that you can actually buy them. I've seen no way you can buy them. So it is 3D printed, right?
Jizai Toys do not sell their designs to anyone. It looks 3D printed. It looks amazing, but you cannot buy them.
So we're seeing all this, and we can't actually get it.
Correct.
Why did they do this? Then
What a
they're
waste
just
of
bastards.
This is the reason why they're called Jizai Toys.
Take
from it what you will.
So basically, it's like modern art.
I don't know about you guys, but Britain
basically.
hasn't been in a real war in years. So there we go.
Now we have a good reason. Anyway, and there's brownie. It comes with a little brownie, except it doesn't because you can't get it. So
that's pretty cool.
Third party. Right, moving on. This is the Mechanic Toys broadside. They're calling it
Mechanic Studios.
Mechanic Studios.
Toy Studio. That's right.
It stands at 5.5 inches tall. If you are interested, Pete.
Forget how tall it is.
It's
just
like you're introducing a wrestler.
Jesus
Standing
Christ.
at 5.5 inches, weighing 3 pounds.
Mechanic Studio have done some excellent triple changes in the likes of Springer and Broadside is the final one. Basically, they did all the Decepticon triple changes, and we've been looking forward to this for ages.
It's very good.
I thought you were going to carry on then, bro.
I can do if you want. I didn't want to take away from.
Your voice.
Sorry, but it's just weird to have someone who actually knows their stuff. Rohan.
It's nice to have a third-party expert. Anyway,
you know he's right. He's right. I think I've got one of that. I think I've got 2 out the box.
Oh God,
the other 3 are still in the boxes. Still, I haven't got Sandstorm out yet.
Sandstorm is decent. My favorite one of the lot is Octane.
No.
Octane.
This isn't what's your favourite third party bot. This is a fucking news.
Let's talk about the news. So the aircraft carrier mode looks awesome. The plane mode looks a bit and the robot mode looks good. Move on.
The thing is, though, the plane, it's broadside. The aircraft carrier mode is going to be the one you can get.
It looks like plane mode.
That looks.
Not great. It's all right. It will do, right? And
reminiscent of the Titan's Return.
The reason I asked Peter is because obviously Rohan's done all 6 of them.
So Makina Labs are doing Mask.
Yes.
And we've got Great White, and apparently, is it delivery date by July? So coming out fairly soon. So this is Raymond Toys, obviously.
Close. Raymond Toys, yeah. They've done.
No, I call them Rayman. You can't. If you can call it the rebirth and science and a sword, I'm calling it what the hell I want.
Have you seen that? There's a Japanese anime on Netflix which is called Rayman in it. You've seen it? It's got
so this is Shark, and it comes with Gloria Baker. Is that right? That was the name of the character.
Yeah. So the reason this is quite like. Everyone's like, ooh, it's because apparently this toy originally is the hardest master toy to ever put. It's so rare. They did it's the same mold as the black car, which was the bad guy.
Piranha.
Piranha. That was really
amazing. No, it wasn't Piranha. And Piranha was the Metabug.
No, Piranha was most, but
Piranha's the Metabug, yeah.
the one which was she was the redhead with the black streak for her hair. That was the counterpart with the car which flew, which looks almost like tracks. But like this car apparently is so hard to get hold of as an original toy. So
the detail is like, immense.
Yeah, that's not finished.
She's got no eyes.
I was just going to say that face is fairly haunting.
But how does she see?
Yeah.
It comes with a stand again. So
eyes are
she's fucking blind, guys. I mean, seriously, look at that.
You don't need your eyes where you're going.
Okay, so I've got some pre-order directly from
cool.
Rayman. Is there anyone else getting this?
I don't like blind chicks who expresses toys.
All right, now calm down.
I don't mean it to sound like that.
We are
obviously, with some blind people out there, you're okay. You're killing rabbits. I'm talking about the toy.
Hello to the Royal National Institute for the Blind. We love you. Moving on. Anyway,
there goes my internet career.
Sharing progress of their secret project.
Wow.
It's not secret though, is it?
No. That is Stiletto, isn't it? Looks like Stiletto anyway.
That's it. So the Netflix cartoon is called Captain Laserhawk, a dragon remix, a blood dragon remix.
Okay.
And that's got Rayman,
so,
the computer game as the
brilliant. Right, Kang Toys. Oh, good old Kang Toys. We've seen a few of these. So this is their version of Tantrum, which they call Land Bull, and it's the purple version. And these look, the color scheme's unbelievable. I still don't want to buy them, but they look awesome.
I would be tempted to buy these if they were like free. I mean,
you say free.
Welcome to my
then I'd be like, oh, I will have it. I'll take it.
You know? Looks amazing.
Actually, Lambull and Tantrum and Headstrong were my favorites of all the bots. I thought they were so good as bots, as alt modes, as their animal modes and their rope modes. They captured the essence of the character. They were probably the strongest ones, which are like probably most like the actual cartoon as well, like the colors as well. But the poses and things like, I know they're simple in the sense of more compared to like the other transformations, but they were so good. They were so good. They looked
very nice in those colors.
Oh, I've got posters. It's like I put
you want some tissue paper, Alexis?
I think you need some.
I might do. Have you got your Kleenex nearby?
You get one more
and
interruption.
Slugfest. Overkill and Slugfest.
Go on, Pete.
We're moving on.
Hosty.
You get one more interruption.
I didn't interrupt. I saved
then
you.
What? Anyway, moving on. What, you saved his life? That's incredible. I didn't know about that. Or do you mean you saved him from buying around when he was part of the scouting party? Right. So these are the first colour sketches of the upcoming Slaughter and Brutality, which is, of course, Overkill and Slugfest, which is coming from Dr. Wu. Dr. Wu.
Does anyone know the lore behind them being purple? Because I just think it's third party thinking we can make money by using purple paint.
The Kang Toys? Because it looks smegging cool. That's about it, really.
So yeah, Jamie. Originally, the MMC did a purple, they call it Neo Rex. And it was like a dark purple and black version of Predaking, which is meant to be like a shattered glass version of it.
A Feral Rex,
and then, Feral Rex, which was the fair part. And from that, I think, that's
just copied it
from. Okay. So it's purple and green now, right?
Anyway, there's Overkill. Tapes from Dr. Wu. These things will be tiny, but you can
they've just done the Autobot versions of the Red Pterosaur and the Red Giganosaurus and the Blue Pterosaur, which combined to make a single bot. This is now a Tyrannosaur, obviously, and a Stegosaurus, which don't combine. So
cool. And then this was something that was shared by the always wonderful Bisto Yeti, who pointed out in one of our chats that this version of remind me, is this Planet X?
Yeah.
Their version of Triptychon is apparently up for pre-order on Show Z. And if you were to pre-order it from Show Z, you could have a choice of codes you might use. For example, you might use Alexis's code,
which James just removed.
Or you could always use Fire1, FYRE1. Yeah, I had to think for a second. Then fire one.
FYI.
Not fire one off. I know we've said that in the past, but he is fire one. So this is a
re-release of the the original one. Obviously, they did it.
It's the exact same toy apparently.
Exactly.
Pre-order it now, though. I think it was like 99 cents to pre-order it, and then the other £200 due later.
It combines with the Planet X Seekers as well. So when it's in its battle station mode, you can actually mount the Seekers on, so they look like they're flying and off from the base.
I think Melshade said he's got this. I don't know if it's this toy we're saying now. He said the pointy bits hurt. I think it's this toy.
It looks like it's got a head sticking out its tongue for its groin. What the hell is that about? What? Oh, things that you can never unsee. I'm going to stop moving the hand over. Right, okay, moving on. Stop sharing, that's all the third-party news.
Thank you, Andy. Andy.
There is one bit of third-party news I want to just bring up because it wasn't. So I couldn't find the photographs of it, but I've seen photographs of the new Magic Square Grimlock versus the New Age Grimlock. I don't know if anyone's seen this, and I couldn't find. I tried to find them today to put them on our show, but I couldn't find.
Should have asked me, mate.
If you know where they are, post them on our. Oh, you know. Well,
post them in Transformers the Show, and then everybody can go to Transformers the Show on Facebook and have a look at them themselves.
Magic Square Grimlock in Diamond mode.
What Alexis doesn't realise is he's been interviewed.
Magic Square Grimlock is a lot bigger than New Age Grimlock. A lot bigger.
He's obviously, right? Yeah.
Well, no, but normally, like
on the scale of Magic Square is always bigger than New Age.
Jamie, should we do some pickups?
We now return to the Transformers.
Rohan, as it's your first week back, would you like to go first?
I would love to, my friend. Thank you very much.
Before you start, you haven't been on for a couple of months, so just before you take the piss and do like 6 months worth of pickups.
Damn! How did you know that's why I had planned?
7 days. 7 days.
7 days. Oh, is that a song or is that what I'm allowed to?
Yeah. We call it Craig David syndrome.
I was just going to say, isn't that Craig David?
I haven't got my Craig David on today.
David. Yeah.
Oh God.
I picked up a Monday. I took a.
Thank you.
Nope.
Right, go on, Rohan.
All right, guys. Yep. So I've got a load of stuff actually, but I'm going to swing past a lot of it because you've all seen it before. I picked up finally Studio Series 86 Ratchet because I was holding off on this figure. I know he's got those funny patches.
Because you're a cheap bastard.
I'm a cheap bastard, and I wanted to get it cheap. And you know what? Do you know what? I've noticed there are a lot of Transformers that have actually started to go like this in value recently, and it's really pissing me off. So that had to be purchased. I also picked up 3-pack, basically used the Legacy Insecticon set again. I already have Kickback and Shrapnel, but I picked up this set because I didn't have Bombshell. And if you go and look at the price of Bombshell right now, he's going up to like 40 quid on eBay. It's ridiculous. So really? I had to, I don't know what it is. He was hard to get, or I don't know, because he's the last one. Everybody started buying them left, right, and center, whatevs. If any of you follow my posts on TFUK, Transformers the Show, or etc., you will have seen I've mentioned about Forbidden Planet are doing a special sale on their Super 7 figures right now. So I picked up a whole bunch of these. So Astro Train is $4.99. I got Coronation Starscream for $3.99. I got Grimlock in his alternate mode for $3.99, which I think looks absolutely stunning. Pete, you need one of these in your life, my friend. I know how much you love Grimmers.
Peter,
I've already got one, Rohan. So thanks.
You need one in every room of your life. So there we go.
Rohan, where's our local Forbidden Planet?
It's in central London, unfortunately. You got to go all the way to Tottenham Court Road, and there you go. But however, some of them are on the website. So I ordered a bunch more on the website this morning. Some are $3.99, like Shockwave and Devastator, and you can get obviously Fat Unicron here for $7.99. He's on the website. You got to pay for.
Don't shipping. You mean festively plump Unicron?
That's what I meant. Yeah, I'm politically correct. Yeah.
Rohan, Right,
Yeah.
sorry. Just
Festively
I'm just
plump.
going to go a little bit Alexis here, just to check. Will you be knocking these out at TFUK Con, just out of interest? Or
I've got a couple of spares. I've not got loads, but yeah, I've got a
nice.
couple of spares. So,
Everybody notice the price on the stickers.
yeah. There you go. Friends and family discounts.
What is that? What Forbidden Planet gave you?
That's what Forbidden Planet gave me. Oh, this is my
sorry,
next
bro.
big pickup here, which is this bad girl. I suppose. And I'm going to do a Jamie here. So that's the box, and on the side here, I've got one I transformed earlier. There you go. So
It comes out like that.
so yeah, well, you got you got to stick the
ever.
bottom on and the sides on, but yeah, you're right. It does come out like that.
You just absolutely undercut him there. Just took his legs out from under his
This figure I've been waiting for ages and ages to get because the price has just been high, and then obviously in demand, and whoever did 130 quid, I think it was, which was the lowest price it's ever been. But
Did they?
yeah,
Is that still there?
no,
Fucking
that was ages ago, but yeah, it's gone.
For
So
fuck's sake.
yeah, unfortunately, I do actually have two of these. I will be selling one at TFUK Con if anybody's looking for one.
Yeah.
For a reasonable
This is
price.
pickups from Rohan's Sales Corner.
Just a little plug for TFUK Con.
Uh,
I have a couple of little, what are they called? Rescue bots, which I picked up from a car booty, 50p each, and they have a really simple transformation. You basically pull them like that, and then they transform.
Do you think Alexis could do them?
I think so. That's a live transformation, Alexis, on show in about 1 second.
Do they come with
go back
instructions?
to your Unicron. No instructions. Hard panther all day long. And the very last thing.
I still have powers.
There's one last thing
Not here.
I'm going to share.
Yeah.
Which is I got some pretty cool stands here, custom-made 3D printed stands from Soundwave
saw
Superior
these.
Customs, and
Very
they're
cool.
really cool. Yeah, so if you want to display your Origins bots, I've only got these two at the moment. I haven't got Wheeljack, but there is a stand for Wheeljack as well. You can display them so that they look like they're flying.
Oh,
around.
nice.
Yeah. They were about 18 quid for all three posted. As 3D printed, or you can buy the files from Soundwave Superior Customs. So thank you to those guys, and that's me. Thank you very much.
Nice.
Mate, awesome pickups. Awesome pickups. Who would like to go next? Fuckface?
Appreciate it.
Do you want to go?
I'll go. I've got very simples. So I'll give a little shout out to this. It's an old pickup, but I thought I'd just show it out of the box. This is Darkwing, and
Why do I bother?
The detail on this thing is fucking amazing. I just want to say that I thought at the box, wasn't sure if it'd be any good because I heard things, but it was good. What I did pick up this week, I got New Age Wind Charger and Tailgate.
Nice.
So if that, ooh, there we go.
There you go.
Those bad boys there. So I've got those. Pretty cool. I also got a can't get out.
Ooh.
Says the wife. Galaxy Shuttle. I got a Galaxy Shuttle as well. Thought I'd try that, and I thought this is in his base mode. So I got Galaxy Shuttle.
It's very cool.
Andy, you know that Warpath you sold me?
Yeah, the one that you sent on to a friend of ours.
Yeah, I finally got it. So it's taken 2 years to get the Warpath back. Like, I got it, and I'm actually very impressed with him as an overall figure. So I wasn't.
Oh, he's excellent.
He's a great figure.
He's very good. He's very good.
Yeah.
I was actually. There's elements of remember the one Paul broke the bad dude one.
Gundog.
Gundog,
Yeah,
Warhog,
Gundog.
whatever it's called.
There's a lot of similarity actually between that and this actually, which I found quite amusing. Like this is obviously much more simplistic, but yeah, I found that quite good as well. I believe that might be it. So let me just double check around the room. Oh no, I've got one more thing. Sorry. And I got the reason I was trying to get some time to unbox to compare. So I got the bludgeon up there, which what's it? Oh, it sounds like a pirate then. What's that bludgeon? Where's he from? I don't know where he's from now. He's old third party company that doesn't exist anymore now. Anyway, I got a new bludgeon. I got Metagate. So this is the drift triple changer for the movies, but he's got a really solid like robot mode. So I'm thinking about swapping out my pirate bludgeon over there. Can't remember where it's from. So that turns into a tank, and that bludgeon's really cool. Like his turret, for example, you press a button and it opens, and it's got all his weapons in, like spring loaded. It's pretty cool, and his sword, it goes into the turret as a turret. The hilt is the turret of the gun, so it's a really, and the tank treads move. It's a very complex bot, but it's old school third party. So that's been my bludgeon for 5 or 6 years, and I thought I'd buy this because the reason I bought this because this was on Show Z. So third party triple changer, all die cast. Does anyone have a little guess? Just comically, I'll take the first two answers. How much does this cost? Like how much in pounds, dollars?
20 quid.
Close. Not bad. Anything else?
60 quid.
It was 40 pounds. It was 40 pounds.
Yeah, in the middle.
So it was down from 110 to 40 pounds. So for £40, I'll give it a go. So so I've seen good things about it. So I'll let you know. So I'm gonna do a comparison of the two because I haven't seen that, and I thought it was quite interesting. Everyone loves bludgeon. I haven't got the Hasbro bludgeon. So if anyone has Hasbro bludgeon, want to lend it to me, then let me know, and I'll wait till that comes around. So, sorry, Pete, do you want a Barocca or something?
No, I'm all right. I'll just
He hardly knows her.
All right.
Dan saying 40 quid. I think he's offering his services. I don't know about you. It's been a long time, but it seems like a bargain on the weekend.
Depends what he does.
Dan was right.
Or what he doesn't
Dan was
do.
right.
Yeah.
Dan was right with the guess. So,
Andy, would you like to go next?
I'd love to. It's what I dream of. It's what I'll do right now. Firstly, I do have some other pickups, but I'm not going to show them now because I did a little unboxing video, received some more G1 Transformers from that same kind of lot that I got the other ones from. So there's a video up on Transformers The Show's channel. If you're watching this, once you finish this, why not go and watch it? And if you've watched it already, why not watch it again? And if you watched it again, why not send it to your friends? I don't know. But I'm not going to show them again this week because I just thought then there's no point watching the video, is there? Be fucking stupid. So I did get something else though. I got this, which I will share. I got the 40th anniversary blaster, and I really like it. It looks nice alongside Perceptor, and I think that's kind of what I wanted to do, just get him alongside his buddy. Definitely a cool bot. Got it cheaper because a bit of damaging, bit of crumpling to a corner of the packaging, so that was nice. There we go. And you can also do a bit of Snarl cosplay with him if you stick Steel Jaws accessories to his back. There you go.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, it's accessories. I was trying to think, what do I do with these now? You know that problem where you don't have anywhere to put them. And I looked at the screw holes in the back. And I thought, you could just fit things in there. You can actually do it so you can't see them from the front, because I don't pose my Transformers back to front like Alexis does. But you can put them on like that and give them little wings, little snarl.
You missed their trick there.
I am clearly.
Keeps giving.
I should turn them all around. Anyway,
he really is an excellent toy, though, isn't he? He is.
You know what? I know people criticize it because it's not as good as Soundwave, and I have to say I love Soundwave, but it's better than I thought it was going to be, and I like the deco on it. I know it's they've done it in a slightly retro way. It's just a solid G1 bot, and definitely if you can pick it up a bit cheaper. I want to give a shout out to the lad in game because what actually happened was it was £45 in game, which I think is about the RRP. Mm-hmm. And it had that bit of damage, and I was chatting to the bloke. He just came over and we were just chatting about the Transformers. And I said, it's got a bit of damage to the box. Is there any way you can knock a couple of quid off or something? Just because it's, obviously I'm a collector and it's not going to be a perfect packaging. And he said, we're not allowed to. But he said, what I will do for you is I'll use my personal staff discount and I'll knock you off some money for that. And I got 20% off. So I'm not going to name him because he might get in trouble with his boss. So we had a little chat about that. But thank you to that.
That's awesome.
Kind of, And
Very
yeah,
And Andy, was that
and he
your
told
local-
me, he actually told me I could bring it back. He said, if you bring it back in a week, we might have a replacement one that hasn't got a damaged box. You can just swap it straight over there. But I thought, no, I'm not going to push my luck that far. Anyway,
Andy, was that your local game store? You said
it was a relatively local game store in the northeast of England. Good luck finding which one. Considering that Alexis thought I lived near a friend of ours who lives in Derby. He was like, can you go pick this bot up for me? What?
Jesus
That's
Christ.
It's like driving to Birmingham practically. Seriously.
Is that about the
Geography?
wait, let me measure that.
Yeah, you
just
take
measure the
measure out, yeah.
So that was
Maybe
me.
you got that on the map. It's not like that in real life.
Yeah,
it's
it's
above the-
really-
it's
on
a-
a map,
it's a-
it's small, but in real life, it's far away.
All right,
say-
Chandler.
I have to say,
I'll
the
go-
That's not Chandler, but anyway.
Joey and Chandler.
Oh.
Is that Joey and Chandler?
No, it's not from
Oh,
that. No,
Come on,
Father
Peter.
Ted.
Ted.
Near, far, near.
Alexis,
Fuck
Alexis,
off. Yes. No.
shut the fuck up. Right, I'll be very quick because I'm sure Liddell has some amazing photos to pick. I got 3 pickups this week. I'm going to do them in order of awesomeness. Because I'm 21 again next Saturday, I've started to receive a couple of presents from some friends. And one of the presents, of which I was quite possibly overwhelmed with, was a G1 Crosshairs. Which looks in fantastic condition. I haven't got it out of the bag yet because I'm a bit of a traditionalist and I don't want to open it until my birthday. So that's next week. So it's still in the bag. However, I had to get it out of the box. So I was made up with that. That was fantastic. The individual knows who they are and they are watching. And I was very grateful. And I still am very grateful. It was a lovely thought.
You're welcome.
And a lovely gesture. I also managed to complete.
It wasn't Alexis.
Yeah, 100%
Just in case
it wasn't.
anybody starts saying, "Oh, Alexis, you're so lovely."
No, definitely wasn't. The next one was I managed to pick up G1 Starscream, but the movie reissue. It was the only one I was missing. There was one at TFN in August, and by the time I walked over to In Demand to buy it, it had already gone, so I was a bit gutted. So I saw it come up on eBay, and I managed to snag it. I've obviously got G1 Starscream, but I love it in these colours. Absolutely fantastic. And the third and final pickup I got this week was another present, but I feel guilty because you should never be underappreciative of a present, and you shouldn't be ungrateful. But the person that bought me this, and the individual knows who I'm referring to, abused the fact they have my address and bought me this fucking monstrosity. The only reason I haven't used it to start the bonfire to burn the rest of my decking boards is because I wanted to show it for comedy value and show that my spirit will not be broken. I will maintain. You can buy me all of these you want. All right. All we're doing is damaging.
Everybody can buy them.
Challenge
Everybody buy
accepted.
them and make sure you give them to Pete.
Pete.
All you're doing is damaging the environment. All right. Because I'm not going to give you the satisfaction of being mad about it. All right.
Your pocket environment.
Yeah. Agreed. I from all the pictures I've seen, I thought it was disgusting, and then I get it in my hand, and I realise it's a fucking abomination. Whoever I'm a great fan of what Hasbro are doing at the moment, but whoever designed this, if you're watching this, shame on you, and that was me, and those were my 3 pickups for the week.
Very cool.
To you, Jamie.
Yes, it is.
Last but not least,
what I got this week is an illness, and I didn't get it in a fun way.
You mean you didn't pay
but
for it?
I've got this bad boy.
Sorry.
Mila's going to be really hurt, Rohan, especially when she has to murder you now.
Sorry.
It's not because you can't be bothered to do it yourself.
Yes.
He always sends the
I will send the Chinese Black Widow out for you.
send the muscle round.
So I've got this, and it's huge, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to eventually opening that package. And yeah, and the only other thing I've really done this week is not much. I done one picture of Starscream, Cybertron Starscream, and that's just like meant to be flying in the sky in the moonlight.
Impressive.
And it's an easy. I always like that because it's an easy thing to do because it's dark. You don't need to do much editing. You don't need to clean fucking anything. You can't see any dust, so it's okay. It's such an easy type picture to do, and I'm pleased. So I did that. So
I know it's cliche, but all I can hear is the Joker saying, "You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?"
Yeah.
Because I've used that quote so much. Because
I know you've used it before, haven't you?
I know. I've done hundreds of that background. Literally every Transformer you can imagine. I just like it. It's my go-to background. It's my go-to setup. It's just like easy.
He almost looks
do.
like a ghost version.
Yeah.
Of himself and of the toy, which is cool. Very cool.
Do you know what
Yes, it is a bit blue, Charlie, but don't bring that song here, please.
Sorry, the song going through my head was "Shine Bright Like a Diamond."
Yeah, I can see that.
The photo has a twinkle to it, which is a sophisticated twinkle. Sorry,
There's something really sinister.
Go up on one now.
There's something really sinister, but also something really peaceful about it. I love it.
Before you die horrendously.
Yeah, just before
it's emailing pulling up right now.
Yeah.
Mate, your photos are sublime.
Yeah.
A great haul by everybody this week. Before we move on to Full Play, which are our favourite bots from 1989, Alexis has an update on our competition. I say our competition, it's his competition because none of us see the benefit of his code. So, Alexis, do you want to give us an update on your competition?
I will. Thank you. So, so if you want to enter a competition to win a free MP bot or Legends bot, then simply use this code here, TF Show on Showg Store. It's a reviewer code. Once you place that, and then you actually place an order. If you email me the order and the bot you've done, that will enter you into the competition. We're taking all entries at the moment. So I can see lots of people placing orders, but no one's entering the competition. So the email address, again, we'll post it again. It's tfshowcomp@gmail.com. That's tfshowcomp@gmail.com. Once you've done that, and if you place your order, you're entered into the competition. And then you're in a draw. And then once we get to 100 people, we will draw a name at a hat. And then you can win a bot of your choice. And it will basically be whatever is available at the time. So last time someone won Comic Book Sludge. Comic Book Sludge. Because that was the bot that they wanted at that point in time. So, yes, so if you want to enter, then if you want to support the channel. If you want to support the channel and enter the competition, do that as well. We're happy. So, that's it, really. So far we have 22 entries, I think, but no.
Are you still counting
emailed...
Pete?
No, not at all. But no one. but no one's. The challenge is no one's. The challenge is no one's emailing in. So we're getting support for the channel.
Email people. Buy. Use code.
So,
email.
Look, if you've gone to all the trouble of using the code. Enter the competition.
If you're not going to use the code, use Arrowfire's code. There you go. Everybody's happy and everybody gets something.
If anyone has any trouble, just drop us a note on Messenger. Drop us a note on Messenger on the group, on the show, on here. Then we'll
but
if you're supporting the channel anyway, then there's a chance to enter the competition. There's no additional cost to enter the competition. So enter it if you want to win a Transformer. Once we get to 100, we'll draw a name at a hat. So thank you very much for your time.
If you dare. But please otherwise,
I'm not going to finish it.
We'll be here in 3 years going, and we're nearly at 100.
Come on, Dan, buy some more, you stupid bastard.
Come on, Dan, you're supporting this thing. Keep this thing going.
You're single-handedly not keeping us in robots.
How many entries has Dan got? 99.
We've got 22 entries and 21 of them.
There are lots of people using the codes, right? I don't mind. Like, basically, like if you don't want to enter the competition, that's fine, right? We'll just kill it. If
no, it's not fine. Enter the competition, people.
Yeah. Anyway, you've done your update.
Yeah, and you can't kill a competition. You've already started, you prick.
I'm not going to say I'm not bothering now.
We'll get a winner. But like,
Jamie, please play the intro video for foreplay, please.
Jamie's having a breakdown, and I'm not even hosting.
These are sex people.
What do you mean?
They're sex swappers. Lynn, this is DEFCON 1. Look. Don't make the same noise as them. Don't think you want to join in.
This is exactly why Paul was laughing his head off as he drove away, saying, "I'm not here this week."
Oh, zoom in. I need to read this.
Get your glasses on. 1989 bots. It's nice.
Oh,
what do you mean you need to read
bastard.
You need to
read
read
it.
Don't rise to it. Don't rise to it.
Next time I see him, I'm going to slap him silly. Right, okay. So it's 1989 bots, which generally speaking...
And he doesn't mean masturbation.
No, that's a different kind of thing. That'll come later after these. So Pretenders and Micromasters. Now, there's a little bit of a caveat to this, which I'm not sure if Rohan will be told. But we've kind of...
Oh, I told Rohan. Yeah.
Oh, you did? All right. So the thing is...
You can't do Micromasters.
Are so awesome that we think we should actually do a little Micromaster special version of this. So we're not choosing the Micromaster, not because we don't think they're good, but because we think they're awesome and we're going to do it separately. You were told this, it was in the chat, Alexis.
No,
don't make me hurt you.
Well,
so, no, it's not, because you chose something else, and you know that you did, and I know that you did, because you took my choice. Anyway, so moving on. Anything from there.
It's so performative.
Alexis, would you like to go first, because you know what you're choosing?
I was going to choose
the one that you told me was your first ever thing that it is, and so I let you have it because I'd chosen it before you. Yeah, go on then.
Yeah.
All right.
Out
me, why don't you? Okay, so I chose Ox Punch, Pretend Ox Punch, because yes, as Andy said, it was the first one that I got as when I was little. So my whole thesis behind this is I would choose something that I got as a child, and I'll choose what.
Can I ask you a question, please, Alex?
No,
is that where you got your affinity with SeaWorld?
No, I said no. When I said no, you have to respect my consent.
It's true. It's true. No. Do you know what, Alexis? You're right.
Yeah, but that works both ways, Alexis. Remember that.
If you had asked the question, I could have answered it. But you asked me, can you ask me? I said no. So therefore, the answer is no. So
I was speaking to Pete there.
Good. The answer is still no. Anyway, so I chose.
School is in session.
I remember when I went to. I think so. I don't know about you guys, but like my local toy store at the time, right, was Boots.
Mm-hmm.
Like Boots was full of toys downstairs.
Good for kissing club.
Like, cosmetics and like shampoo upstairs. So whenever they said like we're going to Maidenhead, we're going to go to Boots. So I'm like yes, because I always used to love walking through Boots because like the ground floor of Boots was full of toys. And I used to go literally run to the Transformer shelf and look around and go, what's new, what's there? And
your Boots was full of toys.
Yeah.
I don't
did some Transformers, but not.
That's what I got.
It's called Boot.
Really?
Boots.
Yeah.
Boots was
did
maybe down south, but not up here.
So anyway, so so downstairs there, it's all cosmetics and makeup and stuff. Like
you loved.
Strap in.
That's why he was there, Jamie. That's why he was there.
Now I'm getting older. Now I'm getting older.
Toy, Octo Punch.
Used to walk in there and used to.
Do you still have your Octo Punch?
I do, yeah. I remember,
show us it.
Can we see it? Can we see it?
Oh, Jesus Christ! On to the next one.
Carnivac.
Carnivac. There for this.
It was bought on. I remember it was on card. All the Pretenders back then were on card, weren't they? Those Pretenders. I think
yes, because the smaller ones by then.
They were called Pretender 2. Were they called Pretender 2?
Not all the Pretenders, but the ones you're talking about. They were just called Pretenders still, but they're just smaller.
Yeah. I remember. So for me, Octopunch was the one. It was the fact that he was like a creepy octopus with a. He looked like he'd like taken over someone's he was like body of the what's it called, like the body invasion, like the invasion of body snatchers. That's it. Like that was like I was like
they look
really
like normal
cool.
humans.
No, I know, but for me, my mind,
that's how we all look to Alexis. We all look
Alien.
like Octopunch.
It was a guy. He looked like a guy in that very old style, not scuba diving, but
If
diving
he ate
helmet.
one of the body snatchers,
crab,
it would be
crab.
cannibalism or would just being a good vegan.
Surely it's just the spoils of war.
And I liked how
they were plants.
Because his helmet hid his monstrosity of like
Make you a vegan.
a Frankenstein monster's face. He looked like an abomination underneath as well. Like, and then he had obviously the shell. So for me, that play, I don't know about you guys. When I had a pretender, I always used to get other pretenders and see, do they fit in other people's shells? They want to do that, like try and get
one,
other shells.
there? There's always one.
What? Can you can they moonlight as someone else? So I think I won't go into it today, but the classics were more aligned to that, I think. So, but for me, Octopunch was because he was like a Frankenstein monster, and like the robot was just
He was brilliant, Alexis, and don't forget in the comic books he shot God in the face. So he's got that going for him as well.
Yeah,
if you don't know, read the G1 comic books.
What a bastard!
He did. But was that because he? But wasn't that because he was trying to shoot someone? Was that because he was trying to shoot someone?
He shot Grimlock in the back, and it deflects off Grimlock's back.
That's
and
it.
Try to shoot Grimlock in the ass.
And in fact, by doing that, Primus screams, and Unicron hears it across the universe, which prompts that whole storyline about Unicron coming to destroy Cybertron. So, Octopunch.
I've forgotten that completely.
Yeah. I always remembered that. But I always thought, like you did, Alexis, he looked cool in the comic books when he was part of the Mayhem Attack Squad with Bludgeon and the others. They just look cool. Maybe not so much Stranglehold, because he looked like Burt Reynolds in very little clothing. What's that film where Burt Reynolds
he looked like a YMCA cast member, didn't he? Let's be honest.
Which is fine, which is totally fine, but not necessarily what you wanted as a 1980s toy. Anyway.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, Carnivac fucked them all over, so yeah.
They had to get Carno back in there. So.
Jamie, would you to go next?
Wait. 5 point though. Say Andy's 5 point though. If Stranglehold was, if it was a 70s toy, it was Burt Reynolds, he would have been completely.
It could be an honourable mention.
No, saying like if Stranglehold was in the 70s, in Burt Reynolds.
Jamie, you're next.
Okay.
It's like fucking hell.
No one noticed him. Stranglehold is the 70s.
So, have you noticed, Alexis, because you've got wonderful glasses on and you're looking superb with that tracksuit, and I do think maybe hopefully you'll get a better tracksuit next week. My choices between the Starscream and TF Nation, it was a joy to get this guy. It was absolutely, I mean, it was the one I was holding out for, because to me that almost, well, it's completed my Pretender collection. I'm not like other people who have got all the Pretenders out there. I got the original 6 which were released, and I've got the classics, the original 6 released in the UK, and the classics, and Starscream was the last one to get, because like I could never get a good one in eBay which looked good, because they'd always had problems. But this was beautiful, and it was a TF Nation. I can't remember exactly. I have to watch a video review because I can't even recall if someone told me about it or I just happened to come across it. But it was there. It was less. It was about £100 or maybe slightly more or less. I can't actually remember. And it was awesome. But it was next to this stall. This guy was selling it. He sells his collection. He buys stuff. He puts them together, sells them off as the collection when they're complete. I think he'll probably be TF Nation again, or he has been before. And it's awesome prices. It's prices for fans, because I kid you not, the stall next to him almost has the same stuff, but they're marked up, 50% more, sometimes 100% more. And so I was lucky to get this figure, and it was awesome, and to have the box and to have this sort of packaging to give me, that that joy as if I was opening it,
complete.
and it was just. It was awesome, and people were giving me advice on how to transform it, how to do it. Mel Shade gave me some advice as well, which I've basically stuck to, and that's to never bother putting Starscream inside the shell. Just keep him transformed outside, which I'll show in a moment.
Why? Why is that? What's the issue?
Because it could cause issues with because he's wasted turning the wing, etc., which people gave me advice on how to do it. But why bother? Why bother putting them inside the shell to begin with and just avoid that whole scenario? Brilliant figure, brilliant quality condition for something that's like 40 years old. Absolutely delighted with it, and yeah, absolutely delighted. And
he was my favorite. He was my favorite.
Yeah, Alexis, that's awesome. But you've been chatting so much.
Yeah.
And I'm ill, so I honestly don't have the speed of thought because I've got that sort of dental problem just now. So there they are there, and I do you know, it's hard to put into words, but when you just see, I'm not like with all the new Transformers we're getting. I have them in display, but I can seriously just have them in the box under my bed and I'd still be happy because I get them out for photography. But having this guy out in display, I don't know, there's just something magical about it because I see it there and it just makes me happy. And I don't know how else to explain that or why it's slightly euphoric. I also like the fact that I didn't go to eBay and desperately try to get any version of this guy. I waited and sometimes it doesn't pay off, but that paid off. I hit the jackpot there. And just like TF Nation, where you get to meet new and wonderful friends, I definitely hit the jackpot with this guy. So yes, awesome.
Very cool. Hello.
And I've removed myself from stage.
I was going to say, Jimmy, he's one of my favourites. So if I didn't pick Octopus, he was my second best because I remember I didn't have a Starscream or any Seeker at all. So he was my Seeker because I felt the transformation was very simple but very elegant at the same time for his toy. His waist, you don't have to turn his waist around, do you, at all for the transformation? I thought it was just I thought you'd follow his nose cone and shove him in. That was it, isn't it?
He doesn't have a waist to turn around.
No, he doesn't.
No.
The wings are detachable as well. You have to be careful.
I think you must be thinking back to another alternate dimension.
No.
I don't know.
Well, when you said you don't put him in
Rohan, you're going next. Rohan, you're going next. Get ready when he's finished.
I'm ready, mate. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, top man.
I'm just waiting here. Might as well be on the beach.
Rohan.
You go, Rohan.
Okay, here we go. Can I go? Can I go? All right, here we go. All right, mine's going to be short and sweet, to be honest with you.
Wait, did you want just a solo layout, you bastard? Because that's not fucking happening in this show.
Yes. So when it comes to the Pretenders, I actually only owned one when I was young because I was born in 1984. So by the time the Pretenders were on the shelves, I was just about getting into Transformers. So I only actually owned Pretender Jazz, which I don't have anymore, unfortunately. So the one I'm going to show you is one I picked up in a lot last year.
You must have had a rough childhood.
I did. I didn't actually like the Pretender. This is the problem, right? So I'm one of those people. It might be a little bit polarized.
We're having some difficulties with Rohan just now.
Where's he gone?
I don't know. He said something about not liking Pretenders, and I don't know, the forces work in mysterious ways.
Why is everyone talking about Rohan?
I actually have one.
Right, okay. Can we kick Jamie?
Alexis, be quiet.
So this little figure is Double Header. He's a pretty cool figure. I like him because he's unique, right? All the others have got one head, and he's got two. Rack and Ruin style or double body style. And the little guy that comes with him, sorry, I don't actually know his name, actually has a weapon, which is cool. And he transforms into an aircraft carrier as well, which is pretty cool, considering there aren't too many toys that transformed into aircraft carriers. So not the best looking thing in the world, but there it is.
There's wings to go with that.
Oh
That's a
yeah,
plane.
there are
aircraft.
wings. There's an
That's a
aircraft.
plane,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Aircraft. Not
So
aircraft.
I'm missing the wings, unfortunately, on this.
I
on
only
this-
bring it up, Rohan, because I have that toy, and that was the only one as a kid of that range of little Pretenders that I had as a kid. It was
Oh,
double
nice.
header, and I've still got my childhood one. So yeah, great toy.
There you go. That's me. Thank you. Not a big
Wicked,
fan of
mate.
Pretenders. Cheers.
His name Pincer.
I don't like Pretend.
What was it? Was his name like Pincer or something? No.
No,
the other
that's
guy?
double header. There was
Ah.
one called Pincher. I think it was
Pincher.
Pincher.
Pincher is from
Pincher.
GoBox.
Yeah.
Pincher. I'll go next very quickly. Saving the best till last, Andy. Simple and predictable. Not
Thank you.
my lovemaking skills, but picking classics.
Grimlock.
Pretender
I'm shocked.
Grimlock. What's not to like about a miniature version of Grimlock housed in a middle-aged man in a spacesuit? How can you not like that?
Excellent use of the trombone there.
Not to say that in the slightest. This was my one from a kid. You can see the paint started to go on his hair. But you know, it is what it is. You know, I'm not. You know, there are people that have it worse than me.
Yeah, right.
I don't know any of them. However, but yeah, it was a miniature version of Grimlock. I love the Primal Scream and the Matrix Quest comics and stuff. I was lucky enough to have all of the Pretenders. I could carry on the storylines after reading the comic. Yeah, for me, because I'm the host, this is the best bot from 1989.
Doesn't make it
Cool.
true.
Really?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Little my common sense. Anyway, is it me then?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I need to present. I need to share my screen, but my computer isn't letting me. There we go. Whenever you're ready, computer. You know, take your time. It's not like we're live.
Interpretive dance time.
Yes. Also no. Anyway, yeah. So I went with this one because I chose Octopunch originally, but I felt that Alexis, his story about how it was his first Pretender that he remembered getting.
But we never got that story. Instead, we got a boring story about boots.
Yeah, but what a graphic description of boots we got. I mean, it felt like we were really there.
I was in boots at the time.
It's fantastic. Anyway, so what I've gone for is a toy that I have to admit this time I didn't have as a kid, but I did play with as a kid because my mate Mark, who I've mentioned many times on this, whose whose uncle lived in America, and every time he came over, he literally brought a suitcase of toys for Mark and his sister Caroline. He had this, and he again was not that interested in it, and I loved it. It was such a fun toy to mess around with. And I know there are people who are in the chat who are saying, "Oh, Pretenders were rubbish; they're a crap concept." No, I mean, yeah, they were, but actually, when you actually mess around with them yourself, there's a charm to these things. I love this. I have an incomplete version. I will pick up a complete one at some point. I'll have to because I need one. But it's really difficult. Do we know why it's really difficult to get a decent complete version of this? I know Rohan does. I knew your hand would be straight up, Rohan. Go on. Sorry, Pete.
No, go on, Pete. Go on, Pete. Look at his face. Oh,
all right.
No, Rohan, you're a guest. No, Rohan,
no.
you're
Come
a guest. No.
Is it, sir, because of GPS?
It is. It's GPS, I'm afraid. So the inner robot is made of gold plastic, and we all know the gold plastic syndrome problem, which is that they fall to pieces.
Oh shit! Don't say that. My one's all right. I missed the great.
Don't mess around with it then. That's my tip.
Oh shit!
So, yeah, my pick would be this. I just loved it. I loved the outer shell. I could literally just have the outer shell just as a vehicle. You could play with it with other toys and figures and stuff. It looks like a G.I. Joe vehicle. It's something I could imagine.
It's like
Cobra
Jason Warriors.
Yes, that too. It has elements of all of that. It just looks cool. I'm so glad you're singing. And now it's hard to pick up a really good kind of mint one. I wish, in a way, that the same person who was selling the Pretender Starscream that Jamie picked up had one of these, and there's a part of me that wishes I'd just kind of gone for it and said, screw it, I'm buying it now, because when I saw the condition of Jamie's Pretender Starscream, I mean, you look at that, it's beautiful, it's mint, it's like it's come straight out of the 80s. But one day, Roadblock shall be mine, and then the gold robot will fall to pieces, and I'll think, why the hell did I spend so much money on that? We want Transformers, baby! And that's my pick.
Awesome. I love the alt mode. We should get more vehicles in that sort of design.
I just think, like, there's a lot of criticism of Pretenders, and I have to admit, the original, like you said, Jamie, the first 6 that we got in the UK, you know, the 3 human type ones and the 3 monster ones. The monster ones looked interesting because they were monsters. The humans one just looked like fat blokes in weird suits with helmets. And so it never really convinced me that, like, oh, that's cool, I want an Autobot landmine, or, you know, whatever. It's just,
what
at least the vehicles were interesting. At least the vehicles had something about them that you could, like, a bit more to the play pattern.
What done it for me with the Pretenders, and I mentioned this in the Bolts of Icon interview, which he's got on his channel right now, Bolts of Icon, is the stories. It's the stories that won you over. The stories in the Marvel comics, it suddenly gave life to these sort of, these plastic figures. So when you did get, I think Landmine was actually, the yellow one, Landmine was the first Pretender I got. And you thought, yeah, it's like a fat bloke at which I felt, represented. But that time I was an athlete, so
I was going to say,
didn't feel represented. Yeah, I was. But you did think, what the hell is this? And I didn't really like the vehicle and that. But then you read the Marvel G1 comic stories, and suddenly Landmine was freaking awesome. And he was pulling the babes while his mate was pulling the babes.
Yeah, I was going to say, what Landmine was, it was Cloudburst.
Yeah, fucking deck in his
You've
red
not read
armor.
that storyline, go read that one. That's when it gets a bit weird.
He loses his head, and not what you're thinking.
Jamie, can I add to that as well with the Japanese comics as well? When they did Master Force as well, the Pretenders as well. You had you got the humans, and the outer shell was almost like you remember Space Marine, like 40K. It was like that, like the wall, this exoskeleton, like a massive exoskeleton. So you saw the human characters, and they were the characters you said, like there was a playboy, there was a scientist, there was a sports guy, and they did that sort of thing. And they had the main guy, which was who's the guy I want to say Wing Fang, the one that was Starscream betrayed in IDW and shot.
Metal Hawk. You're thinking of Metal Hawk, mate.
Yeah. And Metal Hawk was their leader. And you had the 3 guys who were the Pretenders, and they actually they were there for 1,000 years. And yeah, as you said, they portrayed this massive exoskeleton, but it wasn't. They were still like normal size. It was only when they turned into robots afterwards they got massive. Like it was reverse. Like the Pretenders were like human size, with all 12 foot tall with exoskeletons. And then they turn into massive protectors. So you're right, Jamie. It's the stories that bring it to life.
I mean, I think someone in the comment section, and I'll put this up there, he mentioned the Longtooth comic story, which was Optimus Prime, which is one of the most historical stories, I think, in G1 Marvel comic history.
Isn't it part of the Matrix quest?
Yeah, I don't know if it was part of the Matrix. I can't recall.
I thought it was like a flashback thing where you found out where.
Yeah, because I got a bit confused because I know the Earth Defense Force kind of got taken out of continuity.
Yeah. Well,
and I get a bit confused where that was, and all. I need to read it again. God damn it! I'm slowly I'm up to issue something like 53 or 55, so I'm slowly reading each comic once a week.
Hey, if anyone hasn't watched the series around Pretenders as well, it's on Hasbro's website as well, so you can go watch.
But do you remember it's the Japanese version? So if you're expecting to see,
you can watch both. You can watch you can watch dubbed.
Well, no, that's just a dub. It's still not US style. It's between Japanese storylines.
For the third party people, have third party ever done Pretenders? I know they have, but you guys will know specifically the names.
I was going to say I know the answer to this. They haven't, have they?
Yeah,
no,
they have. They've not done Pretenders in the sense of what we had as Pretenders, but they've got Transformers which have got shells, which are Pretender shells. They've got some dinosaur ones there. Which,
yeah,
know,
sorry, so you're right. So you've got Dino King, and you've also got Monstructor, which were made by Fans. I own them. I own the Fans. So Fans
Aren't the
Project.
Monstructor ones just the robots? They're not the actual pretenders.
No. So they sold the shells as well. They sold the
Did they?
shells separately.
Never
They
seen
sold
those.
I haven't seen
the on Kapow.
Now?
They sold the there's a few left. They sold the shells
yeah.
separately. So the original. So when you got to Victory, they had like the Duo Changers, Headmasters, Target Master, they had everything, and everything combined and was pretending, and it was a whole, everything was different, right? So they had Dino King, which was like the Dinobots basically, which combined, which also were pretenders. So they had the main Dinobots, but it has the outer shells, and you could buy that. And Fans Project did it stood at 12 inches tall combiner with shit hips. But the robots were really good. It was shit hips,
Not
right?
childbearing hips.
That's what you tell them, is it?
And then I Monstructor.
Cool name, shit hips.
Monstructor was the same thing. It was a really good individual bots. And each bot was about 4 inches tall, and it combined to about 12 inches. And it was 6 bots which combined, but you could buy separately. So I bought the pack of 6.
So the answer is yes, there were.
But you then had
the long-winded answer.
We don't need the entire history.
You then had to then find each of the individual shell bots to go outside.
You've got 50 seconds to finish.
I actually like this guy, so fuck you. I actually thought this was a good answer.
You had Dinobots, combiners, all together in one robot form, which was the ultimate form of the Dinobots. I thought that was a very good end to the Transformers in Victory. Thank you, people.
Finish early.
Victorious. He always does.
Pete, the Enforcer.
This is your fault, Lee. This is on you.
Discussion time.
No. Oh, Pete, you've made a classic juvenile error there. Yeah, it's not Toilet Bake Time either. Although I could have watched I could have put the video on Megatron, but I think we've already seen the Megatron video in other sources and stuff. What was interesting, we all had access to the video on Megatron for Robosen, but Transformers the show, being of high moral grounding and standing, decided not to share the video early and waited until it was officially released, because we are awesome guys.
This is the longest introduction to foreplay ever.
This isn't foreplay. This is
socials.
Yes.
Socials.
I didn't realise. I apologise. Jamie.
Yeah, as the host, you should know.
Yeah, agreed. My mind reading skills are not what they were.
What do you mean mind reading skills? It's been the same
fuck off.
thing.
We were doing fuck off. We've been doing them once a month.
I was going to say there have been some weeks where we haven't done it, so I'll let him off. Actually,
and you didn't ask. So what does that make you? Wrong.
Fuck off back over the wall.
So don't play the video though, because
so what we've got here is we've got fuck faces from one of his pictures. I don't know if I can use that as a.
It's too late now. You've said it.
It's out there.
It's on the socials.
It's out there. So there he is. There's his work, and it's good to see because he's. Alexis, not fuckface, has got an amazing collection, one of the best collections there, and he displays them in such an imaginative, awesome way, and he's got full of love and knowledge of why he does this.
Don't kiss his ass now. You called him that.
Well, but it's true though, isn't it? He's quite excitable and stuff like that, and he genuinely has that love to go there, Bless him. There's some sort of like, I don't know. Sometimes I just like seeing the despot pictures, when people just get their desk. They got the picture of the robot, they put it out in the desk that day, work out at home, and just take a quick shot, and it's just brilliant. And I think it's just an awesome photograph, and you're seeing there Hot Rod and RC and Ultra Magnus. I mean, majestic, absolutely awesome toy. Everyone who's a true connoisseur of Transformer should have that figure. And then, lo and behold, Astro Boy, won by yours truly. Storm toy photography, Jamie. So good things do come to attractive, handsome people. I was starting to think I was never going to.
Good things do happen to bad people.
Yeah. Man who's won every competition ever.
I look forward to you seeing your photos of this.
Oh yeah, I am going to take loads of photos of this guy. I'm just actually really pleased. I'll be even happy if I ever receive it as well. So
Who ran the competition, Jamie?
Well, it was through Toy Box Soapbox. Remember, we got it through Facebook, and then I was trying to like stuff, and then it wasn't working, and I had to. But we got there in the end. Toy Box Soapbox helped me out, and I won the competition. I probably should tell him. I know, but yeah, because I think I wasn't sure if he was, because it was dual one. He was running it through this company, which he supports and follows, and he had his one. So I don't know if they combined them both, or they had the individual ones going off at the same time. I can never pronounce this guy's name. Scottish photographer, not as attractive as me, but he's always doing wonderful, good shots, which I love and like. And he's such a friendly guy to have asked for advice and tips and stuff. I'm just going to check. I really loved this photo when I saw it.
Wow.
And obviously, see this on Twitter. It's done by Springer Sword. What he does is he'll get pictures of bots and he'll paste them together. So he'll cut them out and stuff like that, and then put them in, combine them for one picture, so you can get the bots to do poses which you wouldn't get. Sometimes it'll be body parts and etc. It's a lot of good artwork going in there. It's awesome, the stuff he does, and there's other people who do it as well. Sorry, Alexis.
Which prime's that? Sorry.
I honestly don't know. You'd have to go there. But what he usually does, which a lot of these creative people do, is they'll show you the different images they put together to give you that image. Because what they don't want is someone who's got that figure thinking they can do that pose and ends up breaking the figure.
It looks like this prime actually. It looks like the Yellow Part prime. Very much the knee bend. If you look at the knee bend, and
Alexis, it's not about the prime. It's about
it's just the picture. We don't need to.
Yeah.
It's fine.
What was good this week, and I sometimes I think I miss out in posts like this. Was that Alfire did a post which was basically asking a question about box art, which was the best box art for the sort of VHS Transformer videotapes, which resonated with UK collectors. I know that for sure, and it kind of exploded there. And I think you really should have lengthened the poll in this, because I think a lot of interest would have been going into there, and because it was a really good one, and you had people like Jack Lawrence taking part and stuff like that, and but then sometimes you don't know what she's going to explode, are you, on the internet? You don't know.
True.
And I, oh god damn it, I'll have to show it in the next social, because there was obviously another thing that exploded, which was Andy Gould's post about in-demand toys.
Although that was weird, because it was literally just, he said, I went to In-Demand Toys and showed a couple of pictures of In-Demand Toys, and he went mental.
I'm going to have to go and see if I can find that post and then just share the screen at a random point. But yeah, the winner was Rebuff, which was the right answer. So I'm happy for everyone who voted that. I was taking notes of the people who didn't vote for the Rebuff, so I made sure they're on a nice list.
Rebuff.
Yeah. There, Andy Gold had another little post there, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to have to go and buy 2 of these figures right now and see if we can make the Simpsons car.
Somebody will.
I saw this individual. I don't know if he's actually sold it yet, but I was thinking that's a really nice bot. It's a real good bot, and there's a lot of interest there. So hopefully he has.
Rohan.
That's Brave Maximus.
Hard to find already, Brave Maximus these days. That's a cool bot.
And it's a good price at 300.
Very reasonable.
He's a loving home. Spider Father Mellow Shade has got a competition, so take part. It's always good fun to do that. Open to UK residents. Another picture from there. I don't know. It's just something really cool about that picture. I honestly have no idea what the Constructicon there. I think that's from the yellow Constructicon set.
It's G2 Scrapper.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. Is it? And that looks like it's the world's smallest. rather than Legends. That's Wallace Wallace, right?
No, I think that's the original
no.
G2 scrapper.
Yeah, that's the original G2 one.
Oh, is
yeah.
it original?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I think that's the G1 box.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
the they're the retro
reissues.
versions. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's the color scheme that's throwing me off there.
He makes the colours so vibrant, doesn't he? So vibrant. Ian Chronicles a Cliff Jumper. He's done Crimea there, showing some images, showing you how he done it and built it. So it's always quite good, to look at how these people put stuff together. But for me, at the post, I really enjoyed was the Rebirth thing, because a lot of people seem to take part. And what we all decided was the box art was full of lying bastards, because the artwork we saw in those boxes did not fucking appear. And I think the biggest culprit must have been the Return of Optimus Prime, because there was no fucking Fairmaster, no Pretender.
Glad you said it, Max. I was going to say exact same. I was going to say Prime was ROPP.
RSPB.
Pour one out for Biggie. Anyway.
ROPP, you know me.
Oh,
I think this would make a great discussion to have on the show, guys.
Well, to be honest, this is Alfire's baby, because I honestly think the Rebirth box thing, I think he should either do another competition in a couple of months' time and have box arts going against each other, or, like you say, have a discussion either in his own channel, or if we're lucky enough to have it in this show.
Bring him
on. ROOP. That's it. That's the one.
And once he's done it, we can rip him off. And
I was going to say, actually, I have some really cool US and Australian artwork from VHSs over there, which I could share with you guys.
Little tinker.
Some unique stuff.
Well,
get those scabs done, son.
Give that stuff to Alfire. Give him some, for your show, whatever he decides to do.
Guys,
there you go.
Awesome.
No, we're doing a discussion. It's like we've been we're hours in. We're going into discussion.
We now return to the Transformers.
Like a modern day Bruce Forsyth, you are.
That doesn't even make any sense.
Tonight's discussion. Characters from the comic books that haven't been lucky enough to have a toy, with it being mainline or third party.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. Who deserves a toy?
Oh shit! Sorry.
Who
Someone's getting trigger happy. Someone's getting trigger happy.
Yeah.
Trigger happy.
So, I'll just share it now. That's Andy Gold's post there. 594 stuff, all about in-demand toys. He's an awesome guy.
Stuff.
Likes and stuff like that. He
so
was really good. And do you know what
do
you know what he used that post for? He used that post to advertise in-demand toys and to say nice stuff about Transformers the show. That's a true gentleman in a scholar. I would not have been so nice.
We like in-demand toys as well, don't we? So if they want to sponsor us, that'd be lovely. Hello, hello to all the guys at In-Demand Toys.
Oh, free stickers, anything free.
Yeah, anything.
And we like Andy Gold.
Yes,
to be fair,
we do like Andy Gold. He's a lovely fella.
He's an upstanding gentleman. Anyway, characters from the comics that haven't had a toy that need one.
Basically, yes. Well, it's not even necessarily that haven't had a toy, but need a new toy. They need an updated toy. They need a toy with this new incredible engineering.
Barbed wire.
So there's some suggestions on the photos, but obviously you may have your own. Well, hopefully you will have your own thoughts on it. Death's Head. We need a Death's Head.
Definitely.
Yes.
We've had. Was it MMC did a version of Death's Head, which is quite rare now and more difficult to pick up. But we need an updated one with newer toy, technology. We need something that kind of. And I know it's complicated because I know there's the issues, isn't there, about who owns Death's Head, but come on, surely we can get a toy of this coming out.
So I've seen someone do a third part, like a remold of. I'm trying to think what it was. It was like a.
There's
actual
customs.
figure.
There's been several customs of them.
Yeah,
but,
really good ones as well.
Oh yeah. I mean, those people who can do those customs as well, they have skills that I could never dream of.
Dev says it's interesting because it obviously got remade into Lockdown, didn't he? When they lost the rights, they changed. Marvel,
well, they created a character kind of to replace him.
Yeah. So
he's not the same character, obviously, because you can't just rip it off. But he is there to replace him. But I mean, things like the fact that Lockdown had in Animate, it had the interchangeable parts, so he'd steal parts of the bots he captured and.
Yeah,
he'd steal their parts and be able to swap them around. That's a complete rip, really, of Death's Head and what he could do. Where he could swap bits around.
Lockdown seemed like a more sleek, sinister version of Death's Head.
And voiced by Lance Henriksen in the cartoon, which made him
good.
uber cool. Which shout out to Lance Henriksen, awesome actor. So Death's Head is definitely one. I know Jamie's a big fan of Death's Head. I'm sure he'd welcome one of these after the Throttle Bots. Yes, we know the Throttle Bots obviously first, but after that, I'm sure he'd welcome Death's Head as well into his collection.
Yes.
You got any more photographs? Are we going to go freelance?
Oh no, I have, but unfortunately they've come out tiny when they've been downloaded. So we've got Flame. Does anybody remember Flame?
This is my choice. City of Fear.
Yes, well done.
Yes. I remember City of Fear, and I've done. This is what made me fall in love with Flywheels, because Flywheels was the anti-hero who came and brought Tripticon and said knock knock, and that was the start of one.
I feel like anti-hero is a bit much, but yeah, he did realize it benefited the Decepticons and the Autobots.
Exactly right.
Take out this threat.
Exactly that, right? It was like, the enemy of my enemy is my all that sort of shit, right? But
he wasn't quite Batman or anything.
No, he wasn't quite like he was still like a Weasley scumbag, and he said, like, can you come do my dirty work for me? But
hang on. Are we talking about Flame or Flywheels?
Sorry,
Flywheels.
I think we're talking about Alexis, aren't we?
So keep me honest here. Fuck you, Rohan. Keep me honest here.
It took him a few seconds.
That's you, buddy.
Keep me honest here, right? So Flame orchestrated quite a coup, right? He was building quite an army on Cybertron, right, for a long time. And
he wasn't building an army. He was reanimating the dead to protect what he was doing, because he was doing these experiments. He discovered the engines that were on Cybertron, and he wanted to restart them, didn't he? Restarting them was what was destroying things on the surface, which is how the Autobots started investigating it in the first place.
Yeah. But was he a scientist? Was he a medic?
He's kind of down to be a scientist, but obviously, in the G1 comics, things don't work out too well for him. Because you don't want to reanimate Impactor at any time of the day. But then he was in IDW, wasn't he? Didn't they do some scenes where they were showing trials that the Autobots had tried to bury of Autobots who'd committed war crimes? And there's some panels where you see Flame on trial. It'd be lovely to see.
It makes sense.
I'll tell you this, and he turns into a tank. It can't be that hard to find a mold for him.
He turns into a flame tank,
a flaming tank, a flamethrower tank.
Exactly. Well, that's because it's like when you think he doesn't turn, because obviously he looked like Rodimus Prime, and that was
the colours,
like everything's always a good guy, and he turns to the tank and it's like Baruch, like he was like, oh my god,
it's like what?
He actually
Baruch.
That's what you order in Turkish.
Oh, god damn you, Fulcrum, and your tiny picture. Anyway, Fulcrum, a bit more modern, from the Scavengers. So if you've read IDW and you've read the Lost Light, Modern ETI, all that kind of stuff, then you know of Fulcrum, part of the Scavengers group. And we've seen customs. We've seen some awesome customs of Fulcrum, but never had an official.
For those who haven't got that far yet,
he's a member of the Scavengers team. He's also part of what's called the K Squads that the Decepticons developed. The K Squads were basically bots that were forced to have bomb alternate modes and jump out.
It looks like it.
Yeah, and then they triggered. Yeah, they basically, as they fell, they automatically were triggered into transforming into a bomb, which would then explode when they hit the ground, killing them and probably some Autobots.
Yeah.
But for some reason, Fulcrum, I think that is explained in the comics. Well, I know it is. Then he didn't transform, and he became a character that we had carrying on and part of this scavenger group with Misfire and Crankcase and Spinister and, of course, Who else?
I-
Well,
I-
Flywheels
I'm-
for a time.
I am just
R.I.P.
past the
Flywheels.
part where you find out why. But is it Lord Tyrus? You find out Magnus is like a little bot, and like
Minimus Ambus.
the chords and
Yeah,
stuff like that, and like
yeah,
all that.
so, yeah,
and
yeah.
now and now Prime and Rodimus and someone's gone to the universe. They're trying to stop Shockwave from.
Well, I can't
shit
believe it's that bit where they reveal that Wheelie is actually Primus. It's just mind blowing. It's really. Woo! Anyway.
Damn.
So Fulcrum, yeah. Would anybody else a fan of the Scavengers would want that to complete off that like Scavengers group? Has anybody thought about getting a custom? Maybe.
Is this after Is this after or before? This is after, right?
After what? You may have to be more specific.
Where I am in the.
Oh, you mean in the stories? Well, I don't know because you've just said you don't know who he is, so I'm guessing it's after.
Who the fuck knows?
Genuinely,
Thank
it's
God
like,
you're here to help us with all this.
it's like
Right.
pissing into a fan and wondering why your feet are getting wet, isn't it? It is genuinely.
Brilliant. We'll move on.
I don't understand.
Surely, who's this? Come on.
Rack and Ruin.
Rack and Ruin. Now we did
Well.
get a toy in Cyberverse, but we're talking like no
Very
offense,
stylized, yeah.
a proper toy, a proper toy.
Yeah.
Yeah, difficult one to do because it's two bots that had to be forged together, isn't it? You know, if you go about like the story of why
To
they
survive,
are
to survive.
Yeah, exactly.
If you think about the toy, like they could do it like G1 Reflector, right? Put them together in that kind of guise and split them out. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they always have 4 legs? I'm just. This is from IDW, I believe.
Yeah.
They always have 4 legs. You know, when they were in the Marvel comics originally.
I think they did.
I think they did.
I
Yeah,
can't
I
remember.
think they did.
Yeah, it's one of those things I've just suddenly thought, oh, I've never noticed that. But yeah, they were cool, and they just smashed heads.
They're not quite. They're not on that arachnid, are they? They are insectoids.
See, Mick wants scavengers. I've always liked Mick. I've always respected his points of view. so yeah, Mick wants.
Shout out for the GoBots.
Whilst
right now,
Ruin
Rohan, you're walking on thin ice.
whilst Rack and Ruin is the focus of the picture,
Yeah.
you could argue for a Roadbuster.
Well,
Yeah,
you see, the thing
Roadbuster,
is
yeah.
with Roadbuster, I thought that when I downloaded the picture, I was actually thinking to myself, actually,
MMC.
No, a good one. You know, if we could get a good Roadbuster, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
MMC is a good one.
When you look at what they've done with Sandstorm,
Dick.
Yes.
Sandstorm's wicked.
Yeah.
I've still not opened my MMC Roadbuster from TF Nation last year.
Sacrilege.
Right, we'll move on.
Wanted it then. Really
Rack and
wanted
Ruin.
it.
Very nice.
I did. I would have been crying if I didn't get it, but it's safe in the box.
This has been suggested in the chat. Another one that from the IDW comics that people would like to see. So who's this guy?
I don't know. He just looks like an unhappy sex toy.
Who is it? Jamie's always goes back to that with you. You can't shove everything up there.
That's why
You
they're
can
on
try.
Boss of me. You're not the boss of me, Andy.
I was going to say, not with that attitude. Balin, bring the lube. Anyway,
Some people enjoy the pain in the dark.
Who's this?
That's where After Dark.
Who's this?
Farmer.
Very good. This is Farmer, who in the IDW comics is Ratchet's mentor.
The medic. Is that the medic?
Yes,
Is that him?
the medic. That he's Ratchet's mentor and turns out to be
he's got a lot of blue on him. I didn't realize he had that much blue.
Yeah,
on him. I'm reading this one at the moment. I read how nuts he is. So, but like, he's got a lot of
Andy,
blue on him.
could I just interject
Yes,
with
of
a
course.
share screen thing so you get that? That's just the third party death head, and he does work quite well with the Chug figures. If you're wondering, I used them for some of the sort of comic adaptations. So good one to
Unfortunately, hard to
get.
find though, isn't he?
He is very hard to find. Lucky enough, I'm okay. I've got him. At the end of the day, that's what truly matters. Is Jamie happy?
Jamie, do you remember?
And I can tell you, Jamie is happy. He is.
Jamie, do you remember back who found him for you? Anyone?
No.
Shame, really.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, it's a real shame to do spoilers for you.
No,
It was
no.
going to
So
be a spoiler, yeah.
he was Ratchet's mentor, and he went completely
Whoa,
nuts.
whoa.
and
Yes,
Before you
yes,
say
would have sufficed.
spoilers, you could just say yes. I'm not asking you to give me a
Oh
life
yes,
story.
spoilers.
Right,
So,
there you go.
So I remember the part where like you obviously they
Careful,
got summoned to a
spoilers,
certain
spoilers.
place, and
Yeah.
he confronted someone, and he did stuff which
And he comes
laughed
back
about.
later on. He comes back later
And
in the story as well.
He's,
So we've
he's
got
got
some
special.
stuff
He's
going on.
obviously got special. Oh, I haven't seen when he comes back. But
No, he hasn't got
special
special hands. He's just got hands that are big. He just his hands. But of course, yeah, you. Well, we know. Let's not give too many spoilers away. But yeah, there is a thing about his hands.
Let's stop talking about anal probing and move on.
Okay. The best way to describe
Never,
him without
Rohan.
spoiling
You
it
knew what you signed up
is,
for.
I would say he's probably the Mr. Sinister of the Transform world. If you imagine Marvel and Mr. Sinister, I think he is like Mr. Sinister.
Okay.
Look, it's Iron Man.
That's.
It's not Iron Man, but that's a good try. This is the Necrobot.
Hosty Pete, would you agree with that synopsis? Would you say Farmer's like Mr. Sinister?
Synopsis.
There are similarities. That's the best you're getting.
He's not the big boss, but he does enough to fucking make himself dangerous.
Great. Right, Necrobot. So this is the Necrobot. People have asked about getting a Necrobot. So this is basically the robot that's supposed to go and tries to find. He can travel through time, and he can find bots just before they die, and he basically kind of pulls them out before they die. So everybody thinks they're dead. He is basically the Decepticons, the Transformers version of death, but he doesn't kill them. He doesn't do anything horrible to them, as we discover in the comic books.
He harnesses the sparks.
Again, spoilers.
No, I haven't seen this. I'm guessing he harnesses it. He brings.
Not exactly, but he doesn't destroy them. He's not. Even though we're referring to him as Death, he's not a bad guy. He's not
Castlevania Death. He is Transformers Death.
He's Sylvanian Family's Death.
I wish I was fucking deaf.
That's a different thing.
Oh,
anyway,
is there in Castlevania? Fuck me,
for fuck's sake, that's not what we're talking about.
It's good though. We fight Death. Oh, that's good. Talk about afterwards, after show, post show.
Yes, there you go. That's how it works.
Alexis, I think I've got it. I'm trying. You do that.
Oh, please stop doing that. Yeah, it's cringy as hell. Scrounge, right?
You got scrounge. There you go. See, if you do it, you get hearts.
We have had a scrounge. Where do we have a scrounge previously?
It was a Cosmos repaint, wasn't it? The Titans Return
Cosmos repaint from Titans Return. I think it was Titans Return. Anyway, yeah, and it came with a Computron gift.
I've got him. So again, that's one we don't need.
No, we need a new version. That's the point.
No, I'm happy. We don't need it. We don't.
You're right. Wow. We'll end the show there because Jamie's happy. So everybody go home. Jamie ruined it for everyone.
He looks like a fucking GoBot. He does. Fucking hell.
Well,
hey, don't give a bad name to the GoBots. That thing is awful.
That'd look good for.
I don't have to. Rohan, in 1986, Rock Lords overtook GoBot sales. Done.
Yeah, well, yeah, I can't really say much about that, can I?
For a whole year.
If that. Maybe a few weeks.
Anyway. Dave, that joke doesn't even make fucking sense. Anyway, Scrounge.
It's not a joke. It's actually real life. They did.
Alexis, not you. Anyway,
sorry.
Yeah, Scrounge. Some people really like Scrounge because of the sacrifice he makes in the G1 comics, but I've never been that. I mean, he turns into a freaking wheel.
He needs a new alt mode. Yeah.
Is he the one that? Is he the one that Blaster lost in the?
Yes. Yeah.
I never saw his alt mode. Sorry, was it?
Yeah, he does use it in the comic book. Yeah.
Is he?
He turns into a wheel, basically.
Wheelie.
Wheelie. Yeah.
Wheelie.
But I do remember that comic book story. I do remember the kind of impact of seeing the sacrifice he made and the horrible death he went through. Really. I do also remember thinking that's a bit daft, but gave us this backstory for Blaster, who became a bit of a badass in the comic books. And this is the last photo I'll be sharing of this. So if anybody's getting any of the suggestions, feel free to chime in with them afterwards. But does anybody remember the Triumvirate?
Oh yes, I remember the Triumvirate, and I remember what do you call him, Tank Boy? Going to town on him. What's his name again? The guy who was the double target master.
Oh, you're talking about
Quake.
Quake.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're not thinking of the Triggercons? Because it's the Triggercons in the background.
No, because in the story, Quake was the gladiator that Megatron was
Oh, he was fighting with Megatron.
And then he suggested to Quake that maybe instead of fighting against heroic Decepticon just warriors, you go after those lazy son of a bitches. And then Quake had the best evil grin ever.
Would you say then, Jamie, that these were like the elite that they were going after? You know, lazy sons of bitches.
Misunderstood.
The biggest and quickest 180 in history. Anyway, you've got Lagonis, Octus, and Caesar, and very clever, based off the Roman emperors.
So that's not a squeeze play on the right. Sorry, that's not a squeeze play.
No, it's just a generic drawing of a robot who was bringing them drinks, and the one who looks a bit like Scorponok decides to get angry.
Well, if you look at Jizai Toy squeeze play, if you look at Jizai Toy squeeze play,
which we did earlier,
which looks very similar.
Okay.
The colour scheme works.
Okay.
Moving on. Tune in next week for some more insightful commentary.
To be fair, he has got a point. He has got a point.
You think?
I mean,
I think it looks more like Highbrow. Or the heads are even a bit Fortress Maximus-y.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's just like
turned away from the light.
Generic con.
Generic. G-N Eric.
Yep.
Anyway, there he is.
It's generic. I love you, Jen. Eric.
Anyway,
nice choices.
Right. So there's well, they're not really choices. They're more just to get people thinking. So is there anybody that you guys have thought of, or is there anything that's come out of the chat that somebody suggested something we haven't thought of? Obviously, we know the throttle bots, Jamie.
I think we need a Voyager-sized version of this, dude. That's what we need.
Somebody's put Titan class Spanner.
Peter.
Do you remember Spanner? Spanner, rather.
Oh God, Spanner looks like me trying to get out of bed in the morning. He was all retorted, trying to his legs were up in the air as if he was giving birth. Yeah, and he's like,
"Me back."
I can't move.
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
But then Spanner is an interesting suggestion from Windsweeper, because it's that whole storyline, isn't it, where he's the scientist who created Space Bridge technology, and he's forced to become part of the Space Bridge. It's literal Space Bridge as it is in the comics, because it's looks like a bridge. I mean, it's an interesting thought. I just don't know who, honestly, maybe Jamie, but who would look and go, oh, great, a Titan-sized bridge.
We have a custom of Spanner, which Hasbro did? Yes, that X-Men expands jet, didn't it? Because that was all freaking contorted to hell as well.
I think that was just shit. You might be just forgetting the mistake because of that.
I like to flip it, make it a positive, and say Spanner.
More of a wank.
What about a version of Centurion? Back in the Marvel's comics.
You stole it. I've got a picture right here.
Sorry, Rohan.
Rohan, would you like to share your picture?
Rohan's got a great suggestion.
If you chuck it in there, Jamie, are you all right just to share it?
Yeah, once he shares
it.
Let me see if I can.
Click on present.
Yep.
And then share. It's there.
There you go. Can you see it?
There you go.
So Centurion, I actually, as everyone knows, am a huge comic fan and know so much about. I know absolute bupkis about the comics, to be honest with you. But I remember this image of Centurion and thinking, "Damn, that's a badass looking bot." Obviously not a transformer as such, but the weaponry and all the spikes, and he got a little bit of a Junkion vibe going about him, but also a bit of a like the Roman what are they called? The gladiators. Yeah, exactly.
The guy in there was the one who took over Swoop, and it was probably technically the first symbiotic relationship, in the Transformer comics.
I mean, he wasn't in there, but he was controlling it, wasn't it? He had the helmet thing that he wore that you can control it with his mind, and that was. Did he try to control Swoop before he tried to control Centurion? Is that
yes,
right?
Yes.
And then he couldn't, so he created Centurion and he could control it. And Yeah.
I mean, kind of worked
Centurion.
with Swip. Actually, there was a sort of shared, consciousness.
I think that
going
happened
on.
later on, didn't it? When he kind of had to take over the control because Swip was getting his ass kicked in some situation, and so he kind of dived in there. It might have been after Centurion got killed by
that
Galvatron.
Centurion is much later on. Well, in the comics I'm reading anyway, just now, because he comes on to conflicts later with Megatron and stuff when and Grimlock becomes friends with Centurion. They become
Rohan,
bros.
you need to read the comics.
I
know you're a cartoon guy, but honestly, I think if you actually read the G1 comic run, I think it might change you.
Because you can't pick Centurion without picking the Guardian, the original Guardians in the Ark.
The yellow
awesome.
ones, the yellow Guardian robots. My God. And you could, wasn't it in the comic books as well? You could literally knock their heads off and they'll just get up and carry on fighting. They were tough as hell.
Like in the cartoon.
And Anti as well. Anti. That would be sort of a hard thing to do, but it'd be interesting. The original.
Wasn't that the name of the actual AI in the computer rather than a bot that you could do? I suppose you could do like a mainframe type thing.
Can I ask you a question about Centurion? He's got a demolition image here and some sort of chemical notation down there. Was he a demolitions expert or something?
Well, he didn't talk. It was just controlled by the human mind, the scientist.
Got you.
But I think also it looks cool, so the artist drew it. that kind of thing. What looks cool? That looks cool.
It's like
danger.
Yeah.
Sorry,
radiation.
Can I ask a stupid question, right? Because I remember the comic freaked me out. Like when you saw the empty face.
Yeah.
You saw just the eyes, and
the
burnt out. Was that him, or was that like?
What do you mean him?
So just to give the effect,
there's no face. You don't see a face at any point.
No. So did he lose his mind?
Centurion,
the controller.
No.
Centurion doesn't have a mind. It's just a drone that's controlled by the human, the scientist.
Did he get his ass kicked, basically? Did he?
In the end, he meets his end at Galvatron's hands. That's how.
Yes.
That's how.
And when Galvatron looks up, it sees a reflection of himself, doesn't he?
He holds it up a bit like Hamlet style and looks in it, and then that's just before the Dinobots come to kick his ass because Centurion was their friend. They didn't know Centurion was controlled by.
Okay, so sorry. So what happened to Centurion? Did Centurion actually pass away? Did the human pass away?
He's not alive. He's a drone. He just gets ripped to pieces, so it's destroyed.
But who was controlling?
The Autobots thought he was alive. They didn't realize.
The scientist, he was
right. So what happens to the scientist then?
Well, he shit himself.
He just sat there going, bollocks, they've broken me toy.
He was good friends with Chase, and they ran away.
So nothing happened after that.
I'm being PC.
He decided. He went, "Oh no, I'm beaten. I'll go away and do."
No, he didn't do anything.
I have one more image. I have one more image to share. One more suggestion. Now, I was born in '84, so I missed a lot of the G1 comics, but I did get. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I did get to. Oh crap!
Well, like 74.
This is what I wanted to show. I did get a chance. If I can get it to go.
Can you get a smaller picture?
No, I can't. Shut up.
Alexis, coming for you. That's rich.
Why don't you share those bikini girls you had on earlier? Oh my God.
There we go. So, Generation 2. There were only 5 issues in the UK, but, and I know we've had a G2 Megatron tank in the more recent times, but what I'd love to see is a Commander class G2 Megatron tank with the electrics that we had in the original. I've still got my original one. Such a great toy. I know it's a brick with the firing missiles and the voice and all that kind of jazz. I don't know what you guys think. I love it.
Yeah.
Don't all jump out at once.
I'll tell you what it is. I think that the artwork on that actually doesn't do the character justice a little bit. It's a bit the face and the head, just looks a bit rubbish. But the
controversial, and he's attacking artists.
Who was the artist?
I don't know.
John.
Well, you don't even fucking know.
Sid was his name.
Sid. That's
Sid.
the first name that came up with me was Sid. Quick, come up with a name. I don't know, Sid.
Prime looks like Hotspot as well, doesn't he? If you recolored him, you would say that was Hotspot.
Yeah,
Prime looks a bit like he's considering his life choices. It's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So
How did they end up on this cover?
I liked it when I had yellow eyes.
Anyway, I think the actual toy in the character of G2 Megatron, I do like what they did with it when they turned him into a tank, because they went just. People need to get this through their heads. There's still people complaining about the Robosen Megatron. They're not allowed to do it as a gun. And if they did it as a gun, as Sixo said, he pointed out how heavy that Megatron is. It'd be a gun that you'd struggle to pick up, and it would be massive. It would be like some comically large gun. It just
not for people.
Let it go, lads. We love it. Maybe we'll get a missing link Megatron, but God, he's not going to be a gun again. Not anytime soon, anyway. Watch them release a G1 Megatron gun next week. If they do, I expect to hear that trombone sound. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway.
Right, that was it. Thank you.
They were interesting choices, especially Centurion. That was a really good choice.
Interesting on Megatron's crotch there. He almost like had a Beast Wars symbol. You see that on his crotch?
That's his G2 symbol.
G2, yeah, G2. Just
G2, right.
Yeah.
Well, it's nice to see we've all contributed to this, and I don't know about you guys, but I'm looking forward to seeing Pete's contribution.
Pete, let's see what you've got apart from some stress toys that you seem to be working.
God.
You remember that bit in Red Dwarf where he's got the stress balls and he's got them down stacked to tiny marbles?
Yeah.
That's what you're in tonight.
I mean, if Rohan hadn't have been on, I'd have gone for Centurion as well. So it was, Dick.
You want Dick?
Right. Right.
You always want Dick.
Right. Fuckface, you have 2.5 minutes.
Who doesn't want Dick in a fighting night? Because I've got something to confess, guys. I like girls. I know you guys are different.
Amy's talking. I can't do much about that.
No, it's fine. No, you get... Yeah, hasn't stopped you for the last 2 hours. But anyway, you have 2.5 minutes from now.
What? So what's the question?
To take off your top.
Pete, repeat the question, please. I missed the question.
Right, Alexis, what are we discussing now? What are we discussing now?
About everyone else, about the comic book characters that we need to have.
Yes. So what's your choice?
Comic book characters. Well, the only one I can think of, which isn't really a toy, is Circuit Breaker, because you mentioned
the only thing is she's not a robot. Is she? She's a human.
Very sexualized.
Yeah,
it's an okay choice.
Don't get me wrong. You could get a figure like a third-party company could do a figure just of her, like an action figure type thing, but it's not a bot.
No,
but should we say no to that, Volandy? I don't know.
Oh, I'm not saying no. I'm just saying
no.
It's not a bot.
The man's telling me yes.
So I guess
there goes my idea of the barbarian chicks.
If only Alexis had 30 minutes to think up something.
You know what, Peter? As long as you can pause my 2 minutes, so when the fuckers are talking, I won't make sure I don't extend my time. So
I don't know what you're saying.
No, I do actually have. So if you go to Lost Light, I think there's a few characters on there which actually don't have a lot of face time, and I would say that Skids is one of them. I think Skids came to life for me.
But we have had recent toys.
We just had a recent Skids.
No,
we're talking about toys that we characters we haven't really had in recent toys.
Not third party, not IDW scale. We've had
Masterpiece
and Smoke. Yes, Masterpiece. Yeah, Masterpiece.
Chug.
Chug. Yeah.
We haven't had an MMC Skids. We haven't had an IDW.
Third party.
So there's been IDW versions of Prowl and Blue Streak, etc. There hasn't been Skids. I think it's been a mystery. I think what was the last version of Skids, which was IDW stylized?
The one that we got back in.
Was it Generation? Was it Generations?
Oh, yeah, Thrilling 30s.
Generations.
Thrilling 30s. Yeah. So it was okay. So I think that needs updated. MMC style.
One. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that needs one. I also think that MMC needs to do. I'm calling it MMC deliberately here because again, like there's not a lot to call it here other than.
And it's easy to say when you're drunk.
Fuck you. I think
I can't wait till next week when he doesn't remember this conversation.
Ultra Magnus as well. I think Ultra Magnus is the MMC version.
What? We just had a awesome studio.
No. You've had a G1 shooter series of match,
he's-
which I've got right in front of me here, right? Which I've got right. But you won the IDW.
He's still got
version,
25
right?
seconds.
Combine Wars,
So,
which is actually a pretty good figure.
He
That
didn't
one.
do anything with the Dolphins.
no, no, no.
What do you mean? No, you
They're-
can't just say no because you don't agree. No.
Again,
I
they're
refuse
taking my
to listen.
25 seconds, Pete. So I've tried to be within the time limit.
Well, go on, give us
And
another
I-
suggestion. Go.
30 seconds, go. 30 seconds, go.
30
Everyone else be
minutes, you have
quiet.
to think of this.
Go. 30 seconds, time from now.
Check, please.
Comic book version that hasn't been done today.
No, just a character from the comic books that hasn't had a toy or hasn't had a toy recently, but deserves one, that needs one, that we're desperate for.
We've had them all.
So far, you've given me circuit. No, we haven't. We've just literally gone through a list. We've literally sat and gone through a whole raft of ones we haven't. Anything else, Alexis?
Jamie, is there any on your list that you would like?
Andy. Who was the Prime that Megatron smacked the shit out of?
Sentinel Prime.
Oh, not him.
Because he would have been a good choice.
He would have been a good choice.
All right. So the choice I would have picked and would have went for. I mean, Andy's done a fantastic job of actually, and Rohan, your very meager contribution there was appreciated.
I don't read comics.
Sentinel Prime.
But we're fantastic.
Sentinel Zeta.
My choice is taken from the last sort of battle between Autobots and Decepticons, when the last Decepticon fell. Now I know we've actually got some characters on storyline, but I can't remember his name. But it was the Green Bot, the one who was a Decepticon spy undercover, pretending to be an Autobot. And when the last Decepticon fell, and the Autobots were going to select a new raider because Rodimus Prime is going to retire because he was just tired and he was containing all the evil he had fought. That Decepticon started a little niggling argument and managed to make the Autobots split apart into a new civil war. And, and the war started again. And I thought he would be quite a cool bot to have because he's kind of iconic. I think when you can get a sort of iconic character who stood out and recognizable, just forgotten his damn name, and he's been paid homage. IDW have used him a couple of times for his homage, to that storyline, and I think it was part of the sort of Faces of Evil storyline that Rodimus Prime was telling someone, and then you have the other one you want to make is the Autobot who was listening to his story, who walked away at the end saying he was going to become a Decepticon. He would be a good one to pick as well. So those two sort of characters.
That's quite philosophical,
which is
Jamie. It's a very interesting, very genuine answer there. I really like that.
That's because I'm a genuine guy and full of love.
He wasn't confessing to bloody life issues. Just told
Do you know what? It's believable you were a page-free model in your previous life.
Reading your soul to find that answer, Jamie. Well done.
Nova Prime.
And if you come to my house, you'll see a Robosen Grimlock there to show you my pedigree.
Jamie, I'm still talking. Jamie, Nova
That was my discussion.
That's
It was me. I was the one talking and doing my bit there, and I was taking a nice compliment from you, and you've hijacked it again, you prick.
Also, Hook, Line, and Sinker. Do you remember Hook, Line, and Sinker?
Yeah. But we've kind of had those characters because of the latest Transformer in the movie, because the Beast Wars villains were based on those characters. If you look at them, they're all lined up, and they're literally those characters just sort of reimagined. So you get the baddies and line them up with those characters which Unicorn had sent to get Galvatron from the alternate timeline. They line up and it's awesome. And that's like a fantastic homage.
You mean Scourge and
Yes.
Oh,
Flywood.
Yeah, that is a good shout. Actually, I didn't realize that Battletrap and
well,
Nightbird.
Jamie Liddell dropping truth bombs.
Boom. On that bombshell, I think we're going to end the show. Thank you so much for tuning in.
You're not the
you're
fucking host.
hosting.
Shut the fuck up, dickhead. Anyway, on that bombshell, I think we'd take the opportunity to end the show. Gentlemen, where can they find you on social media?
First of all, I would just like to say Jamie's answers are always good. You're right. You're true. It's
Dom,
good.
are you drunk or possibly on some kind of drugs?
If you're going to keep spouting that rhetoric, Dom, you're not welcome here.
Yeah. Don't be a kiss ass, Dom. Nobody likes
it.
Yeah, Jamie.
What?
Yeah, Jamie, you're always right.
Yeah, Jamie. With your opinions. Your
facts. Your truth and your facts, you cunt.
And your research and your efforts.
Don't fucking get me started.
I think this is a good opportunity to say goodnight to our viewers.
Why can no one else do this? It's just me who can do the hearts.
I mean, literally, we all just did it. Okay.
Where's the heart gone?
This was my first and last time as host. It's like herding one cat and three reasonably sane individuals.
You are right. You can find us at Transformers the Show on Facebook.
And Transformers the Show Instagram. And
Transformers the Show Twitter account, which is the most important one you can check out.
You can. And now suddenly Lex121 at Twitter.
Rohan, where can they find you?
You can find me on Rohan's Corner on YouTube or on Rohan's
or
Corner
any
on
shit
Instagram.
corner.
I was just going to say, I'd love it if it was just a corner of his street and he just sat there with a desk.
That's how I sell my bots, and that's how I get
your body.
You can also
selling
find
your
me
little bot.
Body and mind, body and soul.
I will be at TFUKCon. I look forward to seeing you all there.
Where can we find you?
I'm on the Twitter. I'm on the Bebo. And I'm on the MySpace. What up, mate? Editing that bad boy out. And before we go, attendee of the show, Arrowfire, did a fantastic video with Bisto Yeti talking about all things Trans Art Beast Wars. Watch it if you like the individuals, whether you like the topic or not. Have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.